welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Before we begin, take a moment to settle in. Find a quiet place. Lie down if you can. Let your body begin to rest. Close your eyes or let them grow heavy. Take a deep breath in and gently release. One more time. In and out. Let the day begin to fall away. You don't need to do anything right now. You don't need to fix anything. This is not a time for thinking or problem solving. This is a time to rest, to receive, to simply be. In this audio, you'll hear the words of Scripture, spoken slowly, gently, and without commentary. No music, no interruptions, just the gospel, just the pure and living Word of God. These words are not here to wake you. They're here to bring peace, to quiet your mind, to calm your spirit, and to draw you near to the heart of God. You may fall asleep while listening. That's okay. That's beautiful. God's Word will continue speaking over you. Even as your body rests, your soul can listen. So take another deep breath. Let your muscles soften. Let your thoughts drift. Let your heart be still. And now, let us begin. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through Him, all things were made. Without Him, nothing was made that has been made. In Him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. These words are not only sacred, they are alive. And tonight, they are spoken not to awaken the mind, but to cradle the soul. The word that shaped the heavens speaks now in the hush of night. It does not shout. It does not hurry. It comes like the glow of dawn, slow and certain, reaching gently across the horizon of your heart. You do not need to understand. You only need to open. Open your breath. Open your chest. Open the quiet places within you that long to be known. The light of Christ is not a light that exposes. It is a light that holds, a light that welcomes, a light that does not turn away from weakness or wounds. It sees all, and still it stays. As you lie here, as your body unwinds, and your thoughts grow soft, allow this light to enter the inner room of your soul. You do not need to fear it. You do not need to earn it. The light does not come because you are perfect. It comes because you are loved, and love always moves toward its beloved. This light has no edges, no sharpness, no heat. It is the warmth of grace, the glow of mercy, the radiance of peace. Let your breath slow down. Let your eyes grow heavier. You are safe here. You are known. The same word that said, "Let there be light," still speaks across eternity. And that word is with you now, not above you, not beside you, but within, closer than breath, softer than sleep. You may begin to drift. That is good. Let your soul rest in the rhythm of this light. Let it guide you into stillness. Let it carry you into sleep. The darkness does not overcome it. The night is not stronger than the dawn. Even now, in this quiet hour, the gospel is glowing, not in fire, not in sound, but in stillness. And in stillness, God speaks. So breathe and listen and rest. The light of Christ does not wait for perfection. It enters our lives while the dust is still settling, while the questions are still unanswered, while the heart is still tender. You may feel unworthy of such light, but the gospel tells a different story. It tells of a God who stepped into human skin, who walked among the broken, who sat beside the forgotten, who touched the unclean and called them beloved. The light did not stay in the heavens. It came down into the ache of this world. into the longings you don't speak aloud, into the parts of you still learning how to trust. Even now, as your breath slows and your body begins to surrender to rest, that same light is reaching toward you, not to expose, but to embrace, not to test, but to tend, not to demand, but to dwell. Let the memories of the day drift by like clouds. Let them pass without clinging to any one of them. You are not required to relive what has already passed. You are not asked to fix what cannot be touched in this hour. Let it go. Let it be. Let the light do what only it can do. Heal without noise. Hold without pressure. Stay without condition. The gospel tells us that the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, not in the palaces of kings, but in the low and the hidden, in the manger, in the wilderness, in the ordinary places of life. And that is where he meets you now. Not in your performance, not in your effort, but in your breath, in this still moment, in the in-between space where soul and spirit intertwine. The light is not behind you. It is not waiting somewhere ahead. It is here. It is now. It is always. Let that bring you comfort. Let it settle your mind. You are not walking toward light. You are resting in it. Let the words of the gospel unfold now, like petals in the warmth of dawn. Let them speak not to your mind, but to your soul. You do not need to strain to understand. Truth that is meant for you will find its way. It will land where it belongs. It will take root in time. For now, you are only asked to rest, to receive, to breathe. The Word of God is living and active. Yeah, but it is also gentle. It does not force its way in. It waits to be welcomed, and you have welcomed it tonight with your stillness, with your softness, with your willingness to listen in the quiet. And so it comes, not as thunder, not as fire, but as a whisper that echoes in eternity. You are not alone, not now, not ever. Even if sleep takes you before the next word is heard, the presence remains. The Spirit continues its work. The light continues to shine, and the darkness will not overcome it. The light of Christ does not wait for perfection. It enters our lives while the dust is still settling, while the questions are still unanswered, while the heart is still tender. You may feel unworthy of such light, but the gospel tells a different story. It tells of a God who stepped into human skin, who walked among the broken, who sat beside the forgotten, who touched the unclean and called them beloved. The light did not stay in the heavens. It came down into the ache of this world, into the longings you don't speak aloud, into the parts of you still learning how to trust. Even now, as your breath slows and your body begins to surrender to rest, that same light is reaching toward you, not to expose, but to embrace, not to test, but to tend, not to demand, but to dwell. Let the memories of the day drift by like clouds. Let them pass without clinging to any one of them. You are not required to relive what has already passed. You are not asked to fix what cannot be touched in this hour. Let it go. Let it be. Let the light do what only it can do. Heal without noise. Hold without pressure. Stay without condition. The gospel tells us that the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, not in the palaces of kings, but in the low and the hidden, in the manger, in the wilderness, in the ordinary places of life. And that is where he meets you now, not in your performance, not in your effort, but in your breath, in this still moment, in the in-between space where soul and spirit intertwine. The light is not behind you. It is not waiting somewhere ahead. It is here. It is now. It is always. Let that bring you comfort. Let it settle your mind. You are not walking toward light. You are resting in it. You are immersed in it, like sunlight through water, surrounding every part of you, even the ones you thought were too hidden to be seen. And still, He sees. Still, He stays. Still, He loves. You do not have to earn what has already been given. You do not have to perform your way into presence. The light that spoke the stars into being is the same light that now whispers peace over your sleep. Let it speak. Let it soften your muscles. Let it ease the grip of your hands. Let it warm your chest from the inside out. There is no rush. There is no pressure. You can take your time. You can trust the stillness. The world outside may keep spinning, but here, in this sacred pause, you are allowed to be still, fully safe, fully held. The words of the gospel do not press on you tonight. They wrap around you like a gentle cloak, a covering of mercy, a promise that does not expire with the sunrise. And if your eyes close, if your breath deepens, if your thoughts slip into dreams, that is welcome. That is good, because even when your mind rests, the spirit remains awake, watching, guarding, speaking in silence, and the darkness will not overcome it. The light that entered the world through Christ did not come with noise or fury. It came in stillness, in humility, in vulnerability, a baby born in a stable, wrapped not in gold, but in cloth, laid not in a throne, but in a manger. And yet, even then, angels sang. Even then, the heavens opened, because the light does not need grandeur to be glorious. It does not need perfection to shine. In the silence of that holy night, peace was born, and that peace is still alive, still present, still reaching. Let that peace enter you now, not as an idea, but as a presence, a real and steady warmth that begins deep inside and moves gently through your whole being. Let it fill your chest. Let it rise and fall with your breath. Let it quiet the inner noise that tries to pull you back into the day. This moment is not for problem solving. It is not for planning. It is for surrender. You are not alone in the surrender. Christ surrendered first. He entered a world of shadows to become the light. He stepped into frailty to bring wholeness. He chose the path of humility to open the way to heaven. That same Christ walks beside you now, not with judgment, not with haste, but with infinite patience. He is not in a rush to fix you. He is here to stay with you, as you are, in this hour, in this breath, even if your faith feels thin, even if your heart feels tired. His presence does not waver. He does not require you to be strong. He offers His strength in your stillness. Let go of trying. Let go of proving. Let go of the voice that says, you must do more, be more, fix more. The light of Christ already knows you, and still, He loves you. Still, He stays. Still, He shines. The darkness may whisper that you are not enough. The gospel speaks louder with silence and says you are loved beyond measure, not because of what you've done, but because of who He is, and who He is light and love and rest. Rest in that love now. Let the scriptures that will follow flow over you like a gentle stream. Let them become a lullaby for your spirit. You don't need to listen with effort. You don't need to hold on to every line. Just let them wash over you. Let the word do what it was always meant to do. Dwell with you, heal you, remind you that God is near, and not only near, but within, as close as breath, as present as peace. You may feel your body getting heavier. That's good. You may feel your thoughts slowing down. Let them. The light is holding you now. The light is enough. You are enough, and the darkness will not overcome it. The light that comes from Christ is not just a moment in history. It is not locked in the past or confined to the pages of Scripture. It is alive. It is moving. It is always arriving. And it arrives now in this quiet space where your body is growing still and your soul is beginning to settle. You are not too far for it to reach. You are not too tired for it to enter. Even now, as the weight of sleep begins to rest upon your eyelids, the light is near. Let it come. Let it surround you. Let it remind you of something deeper than the worries of the day, something truer than the voices that clamor for your attention. You were made in light, formed in love, fashioned with care. That care has never left you. It has followed you through every season, even the ones you thought you would never survive. It was there in the joy, and it was there in the sorrow. It was there in your laughter, and it remained in your silence. That care has a name, and that name is Jesus. The light that came into the world did not come to condemn, but to save, not to overwhelm, but to lift, not to weigh down, but to free. Even now, He speaks into the dark corners of your life with words of gentleness. He does not shout to be heard. He whispers, and still the mountains move. He reaches not with clenched fists, but with open hands. He does not turn His face away from your weakness. He draws nearer because of it. Let your breath deepen now. Feel the air enter your lungs, steady and slow. Feel your shoulders grow heavy as you release the need to be in control. There is nothing to hold right now, no weight to carry. You can place it all at His feet. Every worry, every wound, every fear. He is not burdened by your honesty. He is honored by your trust. He is the kind of Savior who walks into the storm to find you, the kind who speaks peace into the wind, the kind who holds you when the waves rise. The light is not fragile. It is fierce in love, constant in mercy, endless in grace. And yet, it comes with gentleness. Let it come. Let it fill the room. Let it fill your chest. Let it move through your thoughts and bring them to stillness. There is a sacred hush where Christ dwells, a holy quiet that does not demand silence but brings it. You are in that quiet now. Let it grow. Let it deepen. Let it carry you. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not too far gone. The gospel is not only good news for the world, it is good news for you here, tonight, in the privacy of this moment. The same God who spoke light into darkness is speaking peace over you now. You do not need to be alert to receive it. You do not need to be worthy to be held by it. He is not asking you to rise. He is inviting you to rest. So let go of trying. Let go of measuring. Let go of the old belief that love must be earned. Christ is here, and that is enough. Let His light surround you. Let His word dwell in you richly. You do not need to chase the light. It has already found you. You are safe now. You are covered, and the darkness will not overcome it. The light of Christ is not like the lights we build. It does not flicker when the winds of change blow. It does not fade with time. It does not require power from the world to remain steady. This light is eternal, steady in the chaos, constant in the unknown, unshaken by the shadows. There is no darkness so deep that it can put out the light of Christ, and there is no place within you that is too hidden, too broken, or too ashamed to be lit by His presence. Even now, as your thoughts begin to drift and your muscles begin to loosen. His light is finding the quiet places within you, the rooms you've locked, the corners you've ignored, the hurts you've silenced. There is no fear in letting him see. He does not come to criticize. He comes to comfort. The gospel is not a record of perfect people. It is the record of a perfect God drawing near to imperfect souls. He came to the blind, and they saw. He came to the leper, and they were healed. He came to the sinner, and they were restored. He comes to you now, not in demand, but in delight. Because you are His, you are part of the story. Your name is known. Your life is loved. Rest in that truth now. Let it soften your heart. Let it slow your breath. Let it fill you with a peace that has nothing to do with circumstances and everything to do with presence. The presence of Christ is not distant. It is not far away in the clouds. It is near, near to the humble, near to the hurting, near to the honest. You do not need a title or a trophy to enter His presence. You only need to be still, and you are still now. You are quiet now. You are open. That is enough. The light of Christ has been chasing hearts since the beginning, and now it has found yours, not to burn it, not to pressure it, but to sit with it, to dwell with it, to whisper to it words you may have forgotten. Words like, "You are mine. You are loved. You are never alone." The world may have made you feel replaceable, but the Word calls you chosen. The world may have left you feeling burdened, but Christ calls you light. Light in the Spirit, light in the soul, light in His love. This is not something you must achieve. This is something you receive. You receive it as you breathe, as you surrender, as you let the light be what it is: faithful, kind, gentle, and sure. Even if you fall asleep in the middle of these words, that is okay. It is more than okay. It is good, because the Spirit does not need your focus to work. It does not need your mind to be active to plant seeds of truth while you sleep. He keeps watch while you rest. He continues to speak, and every word spoken from His heart lands in yours like dew upon the ground, soft, unseen, and full of life. Do not rush this moment. Do not resist the stillness. The world will be there when you wake. But for now, let yourself be here, just held, just loved. And if any fear still lingers, let it fall away like dust. Let the light of Christ fill the space where fear once lived. Let it remind you that nothing can separate you from the love of God. Not failure, not fatigue, not fear, not even forgetfulness. You are secure. Even when you are silent, you are safe. Even when you are sleeping, for the light that entered the world still shines. And tonight, it shines for you. The light of Christ is not limited by what you see or feel. It does not depend on your emotions, your understanding, or your strength. It shines because that is its nature, and its nature does not change. You may feel tired tonight, drained from the noise of the world, stretched thin by expectations, weighed down by thoughts you cannot quite shake. That's okay. The light shines anyway. You may not have the words to pray. You may not know what to ask. You may not even be sure what you believe. That's okay too. The light shines anyway, because this light is not earned. It is not traded. It is not given as a reward. It is given because of who God is. Because God is light, and in Him there is no darkness at all. Not the darkness of confusion, not the darkness of shame, not the darkness of fear. The gospel tells us that Christ is the true light that gives light to everyone, not the deserving few. not the religious elite, everyone. That includes you. It includes your questions, your past, your doubt. It includes your silence and your struggle. It includes every part of you, especially the ones you hide. So let that truth rest on you now. Let it be a gentle covering, not a weight, but a warmth. You do not need to brace yourself in the presence of Christ. You can exhale. You can unclench your hands. You can be real because He already knows, and still He stays. Still, He loves. Still, He calls you by name, not by what you've done, not by what you've failed to do, but by who you are to Him. Beloved, precious, redeemed. The light is not interested in your mask. It is drawn to your heart, the real one, the one beneath the performance, the one that longs to be known. And it is known fully, tenderly, eternally. As your body continues to settle, feel the tension release from your shoulders. Feel the weight slide from your chest. Feel the thoughts begin to stretch and slow, like the tide returning to the sea. Let your whole self be embraced by this moment. Let the stillness become sacred. The gospel is not rushing you forward. It is inviting you inward into the peace that passes understanding, into the rest that restores the soul, into the light that shines even when your eyes are closed. Especially then, because when you are no longer striving to hold on, He holds you. When you are not fighting to be strong, He becomes your strength. When you are finally quiet, you can hear the whisper, the one that says, I am with you. I have always been with you. I will never leave you. Not in the light of day, not in the shadows of night. I am the light, and I have overcome the darkness. Let those words sink deep. Let them settle into the very core of your being. You do not have to do anything with them. Just receive them, like soft rain on dry earth, like firelight on a cold night, like a promise spoken in a language your soul already knows. The night does not scare Him. The silence does not drive Him away. Your fatigue does not frustrate Him. He is not here because you are strong. He is here because He is love, and love does not leave. So let love stay. Let love speak. Let love shine. The light is enough. Christ is enough. And you are held. There is a quiet truth woven through the gospel, one that does not shout, but always speaks. It is the truth that you are not forgotten, that even in the long, dark hours, when no one is watching and no one is asking how you are, God sees. He sees not only what you show the world, but what lies beneath. He sees the moments you feel invisible, the tears you've hidden, the weight you've carried without telling anyone. And He does not turn away. He draws closer. The light of Christ does not require you to have it all together. It welcomes you exactly as you are, uncertain, imperfect, unfolding. You do not need to earn what has already been freely given. The invitation has been written in mercy, sealed in grace, and extended through love, and you are free to accept it, not by action, not by performance, but by rest. Yeah, even by rest. When you are too tired to speak, rest is enough. When you are too weary to pray, breath is enough. When you are too broken to stand, stillness is enough. Because the light is not demanding, it is dwelling. It dwells with those who are lowly in heart, who have reached the end of their strength, who have stopped pretending and finally said, Lord, here I am, nothing more, just here, just me, just open. And He answers, not with rebuke, not with distance, but with embrace, with nearness, with peace. Feel that peace rise now, not from within yourself, but from beyond, from the Spirit who lives within you, from the Savior who never left, from the Word who became flesh and chose to stay, not for a moment, but forever. You are not visited by God tonight. You are indwelt by Him. He does not pass through. He takes residence, and He is comfortable with the quiet, with the slowness, with the shadows. His presence does not hurry you along. It rests beside you. It waits with you. It watches over you. And in the watching, it shines. Let the light of that presence soften every place in you that feels hardened. Let it meet every ache with gentleness. Let it speak where words have failed. You do not need to define the pain. You only need to offer it. God is not asking for eloquence. He is asking for honesty. And honesty sounds like this: I am tired, Lord. I am afraid. I do not know the way. And He responds with the same unchanging promise: I am here. I will not leave. I will lead you with light. The path may not be visible. The answers may not be clear, but the light is enough for the next step, for the next breath, for this moment right now. You do not have to know everything. You only have to trust the one who knows you, and He does, fully, tenderly, eternally, even in sleep. He watches, even in silence. He speaks, even in your forgetting. He remembers you. Let that truth be your comfort now. Let it rest over you like a blanket pulled up under the chin. Let it warm your chest. Let it loosen your grip. You are not alone in this room. Not now, not ever. You are surrounded by a presence that cannot be shaken, a love that will not leave, a light that will not fade. So let go. Let go of the weight. Let go of the worry. Let go of the need to understand it all. Just breathe. Just receive. Just rest. The light is here, and it is for you. The light of Christ is not only something you receive, it is something that begins to grow within you, quietly, steadily, like the way dawn spreads across the sky without effort, like the way a flame glows in the heart of a candle. You may not feel it all at once. You may not notice it in grand, dramatic ways, but it is there, alive in your stillness, rooted in your rest, and with each moment you surrender to peace, the light takes deeper hold. The gospel says that in Him was life, and that life was the light of men, not just the strong, not just the certain, not just the joyful, but all of us, and His life is now within you. That means His light is within you too, even if dim, even if quiet, even if buried beneath layers of fatigue and doubt. Nothing can put it out, because it is not dependent on your effort. It is held by grace, fed by love, protected by truth. You may have heard other voices tell you that you need to do more, be better, prove your faith, perform your righteousness. But the gospel tells you that righteousness is a gift wrapped not in rules, but in relationship, a relationship that began before you ever reached out, a love that chose you first. And now, that love is patient. It does not pressure you to rush into certainty. It does not criticize your questions. It simply stays, it waits, it shines. And as it shines, it makes space for rest, deep rest, not just of the body, but of the soul. Soul rest is what your heart has longed for, maybe without even realizing it. The kind of rest that tells you it's okay to stop striving, to stop pretending, to stop proving. The kind of rest that allows you to lay it all down. The weight, the weariness, the wounds, and be held without condition. That is what Christ offers, not just in the pages of Scripture, but in the silence of this night. Let yourself receive that now, not with effort, but with openness, with breath, with surrender. Let the light fill your being like warmth soaking into your skin after a long, cold rain. Let it move without needing to explain where it's going. Let it work without needing to understand how. Your only task now is to rest, to yield, to let the arms of grace do the holding. You may feel your body growing heavier. That is good. You may feel your thoughts dissolving like mist. That is grace too. You are not losing anything in this stillness. You are being found, found in love, found in truth, found in the quiet presence of a Savior who never stops coming close. The gospel was never meant to be a list. It was meant to be a voice, and that voice still speaks, not just to crowds, but to you right here, right now. It says, I am here. I love you. You are mine. Nothing can change that. Not the past, not your fears, not your failures, not even the night. The light has come, and it is staying. So breathe it in. Let it settle. Let it sink. Let it surround you like still water. Let it calm your spirit like a lullaby sung softly from heaven. Let it remind you that you are not adrift in the dark. You are anchored in light. You are known. You are safe. And you are not alone. The light of Christ does not ask you to rise before you are ready. It meets you where you are, right here, right now, in the stillness of this night, in the quiet of this room, in the space between one breath and the next. You do not need to stand in order to be held. You do not need to speak in order to be heard. You do not need to strive in order to be loved. The gospel is not a ladder to climb, but a hand reaching down, and that hand is reaching now, not because you've done everything right, not because you've earned anything, but because you are seen, and because being seen by God is never followed by rejection. It is followed by presence. He does not look away from your need. He draws closer, closer still. Let him draw close now. You do not need to fear what he will find. He already knows. He sees all of you, and still he stays. There is nothing hidden that will surprise him, nothing broken that will drive him away. He is the light that shines in the dark corners, and he does so not to shame, but to heal. He does so not to expose you to the world, but to embrace you in grace. Let the warmth of that grace begin to soften you now. Let it melt the defenses you've built just to survive. Let it fill the empty spaces that no words can reach. God is not interested in performance. He is not watching to see if you get everything right. He is present to be with you as you are, in the truth, in the quiet, in the letting go. And letting go is holy. It is worship. It is trust. Trust that says, I do not have to carry this alone. Trust that says, I do not have to hold myself together all the time. Trust that says, you are God, and I am yours. That is enough. That has always been enough. Let your breath reflect that now. Let it slow. Let it lengthen. Let it become the rhythm of rest. You are not doing nothing. You are doing the most sacred thing of all. You are resting in his presence. That is faith in motion. That is light at work. Even in your silence, even in your sleep, God is near. He is not waiting for you to wake to begin his work. He is already working, already moving, already surrounding you with peace. The gospel is not only for the day, it is for the night, for the long, quiet hours when the mind wanders and the heart aches, for the moments when you feel most vulnerable, for the places where your strength runs out and your questions grow loud. In those places, the word whispers, the light shines, the spirit stays, and you are not alone. Not now, not ever. Even if the night feels long, you are not wandering through it. You are being carried. You are being watched over. You are being whispered to by the one who never sleeps. Let that be your comfort now. Let that truth become your covering, a soft blanket of assurance drawn up over your shoulders, a steady presence beneath you, holding you without pressure. The gospel holds. The gospel heals. The gospel does not pass by. It moves in. Let it move into every weary place. Let it dwell where you thought no one could reach. Let it stay. And as it stays, let yourself slip deeper into rest, into stillness, into peace. For the light has come. It is not leaving, and the darkness will not overcome it. And now, as this first chapter draws near to its close, the light continues to shine, steady, unwavering, eternal. It has never flickered. It has never faded. It has never turned away. The same light that spoke the stars into existence now rests upon you like a gentle hand. The same voice that calmed the storm now speaks softly into your spirit, saying, "Peace, be still." Let that peace continue to deepen. Let it drop beneath the surface of thought, beneath the motion of the body, beneath the noise of all your trying. You were not made to carry the weight of the world. You were made to walk in light, to live in light, to rest in light. That light is Christ, and He is here. You may begin to notice the quiet within you growing wider, like the hush that falls over a field just before dawn. You may notice the warmth of stillness taking root in your chest. You may even notice that words themselves are becoming less important now. That is not a failure. That is the way of peace. The gospel is not about filling you with more to think about. It is about leading you into what cannot be spoken, into the presence that holds all things together, into the love that needs no explanation, into the stillness that speaks louder than noise. Stay in that stillness now. Let it be your resting place. There is no performance in the light. There is only presence. There is only love. There is only Christ. And He is not far. He is closer than thought, closer than memory, closer than breath. When the Gospel of John began, it told us that the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and it told us that in Him was life, and that life was the light of men. That light is not abstract. It is not distant. It has a name, and that name is Jesus. Jesus, who came into the world not to condemn it, but to save it. Jesus, who laid down His life that you might live. Jesus, who rose again so that nothing, not even death, could separate you from the love of God. That Jesus is with you now, and He brings no fear, only kindness, only gentleness, only the kind of strength that stays through every storm and walks with you through every valley. If your eyes are heavy now, that is a gift. If your breath is long and slow, that is grace. You are not missing anything. You are entering something. A rest deeper than sleep, a light stronger than darkness, a love more constant than time. Let that love be the last thing you feel before you drift. Let it be the atmosphere around your dreams. Let it be the quiet within your soul. Let it keep shining. Even when your eyes are closed, the world may dim its lamps. The night may stretch long. But this light does not leave. This light is Christ. This light is yours. And this light will never be overcome. Come to me. You don't have to run anymore. You don't have to carry it all. You don't have to pretend you're strong. Just come. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That is the invitation, not from a stranger, not from a distant God, but from Jesus Himself, from the one who knows what it is to be tired, from the one who felt hunger and heat, loneliness and sorrow, from the one who wept and knelt and listened. He is not far from your fatigue. He understands it, and still, he says, "Come," not because you've done enough, not because you figured everything out, but because he is rest, and he wants you to have it. Let that settle into your spirit now. Let those words echo through the places where your thoughts are racing. Come to me. This is not a demand. It is a whisper. It is not a command to perform. It is a gentle call to release. You are not summoned to impress. You are welcomed to collapse. There is no test here, no trial, no expectation. There is only presence, a presence that does not criticize your weariness, but welcomes it, a presence that meets you exactly where you are and speaks the most tender truth. I see you. I know you. I am here. Let that be enough now. You do not need to make yourself presentable. You do not need to explain your exhaustion. You do not need to apologize for how heavy the burdens have become. Just come. Let the tension in your chest release. Let your breath slow. Let your thoughts fall like leaves in still air. You are safe in this invitation. You are welcome in your weakness. The gospel was never about working harder to get to God. It was always about God coming close to you. And he is close now. He is not just near. He is with you, fully, lovingly, quietly, waiting, not with disappointment, but with compassion, with hands open, with eyes kind, with arms ready to hold what you're tired of holding alone. Come to me. He says, and I will give you rest, not temporary relief, not a distraction, but rest. Deep, steady, soul-level rest, the kind that doesn't require everything around you to change, the kind that transforms you from the inside, the kind that whispers even in the noise. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are loved. That love is not fragile. It does not depend on how you feel. It is not shaken by your doubts. It is not turned away by your fears. It stays even now, in this moment, that love surrounds you. Let yourself feel it, not with effort, but with breath, with stillness, with trust. You are not being asked to climb. You are being asked to fall into grace, into rest, into the arms of the one who already made the journey for you. Come to me. These are not just words on a page. They are a door, open wide. They are a path, already walked. They are a voice, still speaking. And that voice is calling your name in the quiet of this night, in the stillness of your breath, in the deep places that long to be known and comforted. Come to me. That is the beginning of rest. And you have already answered. You are here. You are listening. You are loved. You have been carrying more than you speak of, more than others can see. There are burdens you've learned to hold quietly, tucked beneath smiles, buried beneath strength. But God sees. He knows the weight, even when you don't have the words to name it. He knows the moments you felt like you had to be strong for everyone else. He knows the nights when the pressure sat heavy on your chest and you stared at the ceiling in silence. He knows the questions that circle your mind, the responsibilities that never seem to end, the ache that sometimes has no name. And he does not criticize your tiredness. He does not call you weak. He calls you worthy of rest. He calls you beloved. He calls you into peace. Come to me. He says, all you who are weary and burdened. He did not say, come when you are rested. He did not say, come when you are sure. He said, come when you are weary. Come with your heaviness. Come with your cluttered mind. Come with your weary bones and your aching soul. Come just as you are, and you will find rest. This rest is not a break from life. It is the place where life begins again. It is the breath you didn't know you were holding. It is the slowing of your pulse, the softening of your gaze, the letting go. Let go now. Not all at once, just one thing at a time. Let go of the need to be everything for everyone. Let go of the guilt that clings without reason. Let go of the fear that something might fall apart if you stop holding it. The world will keep spinning, but your soul needs stillness. Your soul was made to lie down beside still waters, to be led in paths of peace, to be restored by something greater than yourself. That something is a someone. Jesus, gentle and lowly in heart. He is not rushing you. He is not pushing you forward. He is sitting beside you, hands open, eyes kind, whispering, "You can lay it down now. You've carried it long enough." Let him help you set it down. That worry you keep coming back to, that grief you haven't named, that voice in your head that says you're not enough. You are enough, not because of your effort, but because of his love. That love makes rest possible. That love creates space to breathe. Let your breathing guide you now. Slow, gentle, full. Let your breath become prayer. Let your exhale be surrender. Let your inhale be grace. You do not need to say anything. You do not need to fix anything. This is not a time for doing. This is a time for being, for receiving, for remembering that you are not made to carry every burden alone. You are made to walk with God, and God is here, not above you, not beyond you, but with you. Now, close your eyes if you haven't already. Let the stillness deepen. Let your heart begin to trust what your body already knows. You are safe now. You are not being measured. You are being held. Let that truth settle over you like evening mist, light, gentle, constant. Let it sink into your skin. Let it quiet the noise. Let it hush the mind. Rest is not selfish. It is sacred. It is obedience. It is trust in the God who never slumbers, so that you can come to me. He says, not once, but always, every night, every breath, every burden, come, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. These are not just words from long ago. They are an invitation for this moment, spoken not in force, but in love, spoken to the burdened, to the anxious, to the ones who have forgotten how to rest. He does not demand that you rise. He offers that you lean. He does not raise his voice to get your attention. He lowers himself to meet your eyes. Gentle, lowly. These are not the words we often expect from a king, but they are the very heart of Christ. And it is that heart that welcomes you now, not as a soldier, but as a shepherd, not as a judge, but as a healer, not to test you, but to carry you. His yoke is not heavy, it is light, because he bears the weight with you, because he walks with you, because he knows that your soul was never meant to pull alone. When you walk with Christ, you are not dragging a burden. You are walking in step with peace. His pace is never hurried. His presence is never impatient. His eyes are never filled with disappointment. When you fall behind, he waits. When you wander, he looks for you. When you are too tired to walk, he lifts you. That is the heart of the one who calls you now. Gentle, lowly, always near. Let that image take shape in your spirit. Let it replace the false pictures you've carried of a God who is cold, distant, demanding. That is not Jesus. That has never been Jesus. Jesus is the one who kneels to wash feet, who touches the leper, who defends the woman rejected by everyone else, who welcomes children into his arms, who walks toward the cross, not with resentment, but with love. That love is here. That heart is yours. And in his heart, there is rest, real rest, not just sleep for the body, but calm for the mind, stillness for the soul. Let your soul feel that stillness now. Let it breathe in the gentleness of Christ. You are not being rushed. You are not being pushed. You are being welcomed into rhythm, a divine rhythm, a holy pace, a way of living and resting that does not depend on performance. You do not need to prove anything to the one who already knows you. He is not waiting for you to get stronger. He is inviting you to become softer, to receive, to stop striving, to learn from him, not in books, not in effort, but in stillness, in gentleness, in love. Let his words be your comfort tonight. Let his heart be your home. He is not far. He is not watching from a distance. He is beside you, whispering peace, lifting burdens, leading you into rest. Take my yoke. He says, let me carry this with you. Let me walk with you through the dark. Let me hold the weight you're tired of naming. I will not break the bruised reed. I will not snuff out the faint flame. I will shelter it. I will protect it. I will breathe life into what has grown dim. That is the heart you are learning from now. That is the Christ who watches over you. And that is the rest you are stepping into, not alone, but yoked with love, yoked with gentleness, yoked with grace. So breathe and let go and rest. You will find rest for your souls. These are the words he speaks, not only to ancient crowds on distant hillsides, but to you here, now, in the stillness of this very moment. Rest, not a break, not a pause, not a short escape, but rest that reaches the soul, rest that untangles what worry has knotted, rest that heals what hurry has wounded. This kind of rest does not come from sleeping more or doing less. It comes from being with the one who made you, from walking with the one who carries what you cannot, from trusting the one who sees what you don't. Jesus is not offering you something shallow. He is offering you himself. His presence is the place of peace. His words are the ground beneath your feet. His voice is the quiet that your spirit has been searching for. You don't have to imagine this rest. You can enter it. It is not locked behind perfection. It is not reserved for those who have figured it all out. It is here. It is now. It is yours. Close your eyes and picture a wide open field. Still, green, safe. Picture still waters, gently flowing, reflecting soft light from above. No storm, no noise, just the hush of peace. That is where he leads you. He makes you lie down in green pastures. He leads you beside quiet waters. He restores your soul. He is not pulling you through life. He is walking beside you. He is not urging you to strive. He is showing you how to rest. Let your breath match that rhythm. Let your thoughts loosen and stretch like branches in a gentle breeze. You are not required to hold anything right now. Just be, just breathe, just rest. There is nothing more spiritual than surrender. There is no deeper worship than trust. And trust looks like this: closing your eyes when you cannot see the way ahead, letting go when you do not have all the answers, breathing deeply in the presence of the one who does. You do not have to earn his rest. You only have to receive it. His peace is not a reward. It is a gift. It comes not after your strength has proven itself, but when your strength has come to its end, when your striving breaks, when your spirit sighs, when your soul says, I can't do this alone anymore. And he answers, "You don't have to. You never did. You were never meant to carry what only I can hold. So let me hold you. Let me lead you. Let me teach you how to walk in rhythm with grace. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where he meets you, with compassion, not correction, with welcome, not warning, with open arms, not heavy burdens. And in those arms, you will find what your soul has longed for, not applause, not achievement, but rest. Let it come now. Let it fill you like light fills a room. Let it soften the hardened places. Let it wash over the worry and the weight. You are no longer running. You are no longer proving. You are being loved, being known, being held. And in this being, there is rest. True, lasting, soul deep rest. There was a night when the wind howled and the waves rose. The sky had turned dark, and the sea became wild. The disciples, strong men who knew these waters well, felt their courage break. They had seen storms before, but this one was different. The boat rocked violently. The water poured over the sides, and panic, uninvited, took its place among them. They cried out, not with polished prayers, but with desperation. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" And where was Jesus? Asleep, on a cushion, in the stern of the boat, resting, not unaware, not distant, but calm in the chaos. His sleep was not carelessness, it was confidence. His rest was not ignorance, it was assurance. He was at peace because he knew the storm would not win. He knew the water would not rise higher than his word. He knew that fear would not speak the final word over those he loved. And when they woke him, he rose, not with alarm, not with fear, but with authority. He looked at the wind, he looked at the waves, and he spoke, "Peace, be still." That's all. No long incantation, no struggle, just peace. And the storm obeyed. The wind died down. The sea grew calm. The chaos silenced at the sound of his voice. That same voice speaks tonight into your storm, into your anxiety, into the places where fear crashes and thoughts race. He is not startled by your waves. He is not overwhelmed by your storm. He is in the boat. He has never left. He is resting, not because he does not care, but because he is in control. And when you call out, he answers, not always by changing the storm, but by changing what the storm touches. He brings peace, not only to the sea, but to your soul. He speaks calm into chaos, order into noise, rest into fear. Hear him now, that same voice, gentle, steady, peace, be still. Let those words echo inside you. Let them move like waves, but waves of calm, not panic. Let them wash through your chest, through your breath, through the parts of you that are still clenched with worry. Peace, be still. These are not empty words. They come with power. They come from the one who made the sea, who walks on water, who commands the winds, and they obey, and they still obey. Your fears may shout, your thoughts may race, but his voice is stronger, and it speaks to the heart of the storm within you. He is not outside your experience. He is in the center of it. He is the calm inside the storm, and he is speaking now, not to condemn, but to comfort, not to test, but to tenderly quiet. Let your body respond. Let your mind follow. Let your breath lengthen. You are not sinking. You are not alone. The one who sleeps in storms also speaks in storms, and his voice is for you. Hear it again. Peace, be still. Let it become your breath, your rhythm, your lullaby. Let it rock you gently. like the boat rocked on the water, no longer in chaos, but now in peace. That peace is your anchor. That peace is your promise. That peace is a person, and he is here. The storm was never the danger. The storm was loud. It was fierce. It was real, but it was not greater than the one in the boat. The disciples forgot that for a moment, and maybe you have too, maybe the noise of your own storm has made you forget who is with you. Maybe the fear has felt louder than faith. Maybe the waves of worry have soaked through everything you've built to stay afloat. But even then, even now, he is in your boat, not above it, not watching from the shore, not waiting for you to swim to him. He is in it, with you, through every crashing wave, through every dark sky, through every sleepless night. He is not surprised by your fear. He is not frustrated by your questions. He simply stays. And because he stays, you are never alone. Let that truth settle deep into your spirit. You may not see the shore. You may not know when the waves will calm. But you can know this: he is here. His presence is your peace. His closeness is your courage. He is not asking you to be fearless. He is reminding you that you are not abandoned. The disciples were afraid, not just because of the storm, but because they felt alone in it. Their question was not about the weather. It was about care. Teacher, don't you care if we drown? It was not a question of power. It was a cry for love. And his answer was not a lecture. It was peace. His answer was not a rebuke of their fear, but a rebuke of the storm. He calmed the sea, not to prove himself, but to care for them. He calms your heart now for the same reason, not to test you, not to teach you a lesson, but to love you, to restore you, to show you that his presence is your shelter. Your storm may not end tonight. The questions may not all be answered, but the presence of Christ is enough. It is enough to still your breath. It is enough to quiet your mind. It is enough to rest your soul. Let yourself feel that now, not in your head, but in your body, in the slowing of your pulse, in the softening of your chest, in the space between thoughts, where stillness lives. That is where he speaks. That is where he stays. You are not drifting alone on open water. You are being carried. And the one who carries you does not grow tired. He does not look away. He does not ask for perfection. He only asks for trust. And even when your trust feels thin, he is faithful. Even when your grip loosens, his hand remains steady. Even when you cannot see the way forward, he does. So let go of the need to control the waves. Let go of the guilt for feeling afraid. Let go of the lie that says you must sail alone. You don't. You never have. You never will. Jesus is in the boat, and that changes everything. Let the peace of that truth be your anchor now. Let it steady your breath. Let it quiet the questions. Let it become the floor beneath your resting heart. You are not forgotten in this storm. You are not lost in the sea. You are held. You are seen. You are loved. And the one who is with you has already spoken. Peace, be still. So let that peace remain. Let that peace expand. Let that peace carry you into rest. Peace, be still. These are more than just words. They are breath from the mouth of God. They are light woven into language. They are spirit carried on sound. And when he speaks them, they do not return empty. They carry power. They bring peace. They still the storm. When Jesus says, "Be still," the world listens. Nature listens. Fear listens. Even the chaos inside you listens. The noise within your mind, the racing thoughts, the spiraling questions, the unfinished sentences, those too Begin to quiet in the presence of that voice. You may not notice the change all at once. It may feel like a soft hum, like warmth spreading slowly through your chest. But it's real, and it's happening. His words are not like ours. They do not bounce off walls or fade in time. They sink in. They take root. They reshape the ground they touch. Let those words wash over you now. Peace, be still. Again, peace, be still. Not shouted, not forced, just spoken, soft, certain, steady. The voice that formed the stars and split the seas does not need to raise its volume to be heard. It needs only to speak. And when it does, the storm remembers who is in charge. The wind bows, the waves settle, the darkness steps back. That same voice is speaking now, not just to nature, but to you, to your anxiety, to your memories, to your breathing, to your bones, to your soul. Hear it again, not with your ears, but with your heart. Peace, be still. Let it find the corners of you that have stayed tight for too long. Let it fill the places you have protected for fear of breaking. Let it move like breath through your entire being. Inhale, peace. Exhale, stillness. Inhale, love. Exhale, fear. You do not need to know what tomorrow holds. You only need to know who holds you. And he holds you now, not conditionally, not temporarily, but fully, always. These words are not suggestions. They are a shelter. They are not just comforting. They are creative. They create the very thing they declare. When Christ says peace, peace comes into being. When he says be still, stillness enters where there was chaos. This is the power of his voice, and this is the gift he gives you tonight. Not by effort, not by achievement, but by grace. You are not required to make yourself peaceful. You are simply invited to receive the peace already offered. So receive it. Let it be the blanket that wraps around your soul. Let it be the quiet that hums behind your heartbeat. Let it be the anchor that holds you in place, not in resistance, but in rest. You are no longer fighting the storm. You are resting in the presence of the one who commands it. The waters know his name. So do you. And in that name, there is shelter. In that name, there is stillness. In that name, there is sleep. So close your eyes. Breathe again. Peace. Be still. These words are enough. They are for you, and they are true. He is not only the one who calms storms, he is also the shepherd who calls your name. Not with a general voice, not to a crowd, but personally, tenderly, clearly. He calls you, my sheep hear my voice. He says, I know them, and they follow me. These are not just poetic lines. They are promises. You are not unseen in the flock. You are not lost in the crowd. You are known. You are called. You are remembered. The Good Shepherd does not forget the ones who wander. He does not abandon the tired, or shame the slow, or punish the hurting. He draws near. He walks ahead. He speaks in a tone your soul recognizes, even when your mind forgets. That voice does not yell. It guides. That voice does not accuse. It invites. Let yourself listen now, not with ears, but with trust. You are not being commanded from a distance. You are being led in love. The shepherd does not chase. He does not demand. He leads gently, steadily, always toward peace, always toward rest. He knows the way through the wilderness. He knows the path through the shadows. He knows the safest route, and he walks it with you. Let your heart follow him now. Let it step out of fear. Let it walk toward calm. His rod is not for punishment. It is for protection. His staff is not for control. It is for guidance. You are not being forced. You are being cared for. Every step, every breath, every night, you are not alone. He knows where the green pastures are. He knows where the still waters flow. He knows how to lead a weary soul home. Let yourself be led. You do not need to map the journey. You do not need to worry about tomorrow's terrain. The shepherd is in charge of direction. You are only invited to stay near. And when you fall behind, he notices. When you are injured, he lifts you. When you are frightened, he speaks peace. When you are restless, he waits. That is the heart of the Good Shepherd, the one who lays down his life for the sheep, not because they are useful, not because they deserve it, but because he loves them, because he loves you. Let that love settle over you now. Let it fold around you like a soft cloak. You are not being measured tonight. You are being watched over, not in judgment, but in mercy, not in suspicion, but in care. The eyes that are upon you are kind. The hands that hold you are strong. The voice that calls you is trustworthy. And the path he leads you on, it ends in peace. Even now, as you rest, that shepherd is near. He is keeping watch. He is counting his sheep, and your name is known among them. You do not have to wonder if he sees you. He never looks away. You do not have to wonder if he cares. He laid down his life to make it known. And now, having done the greatest thing, he continues with the gentlest things, watching you sleep, guarding your breath, walking beside your spirit. You may rest now, not because everything is perfect, but because the one who leads you is good. He is the Good Shepherd, and he is here, even in the dark. He calls your name. The shepherd does not wait for daylight. He does not wait for you to find your way back. He moves into the night. He walks into the shadowed places where you feel furthest from peace. He searches not with a map, but with love, not with impatience, but with mercy. And when he finds you, and he always does, he does not question why you wandered. He does not list your mistakes. He simply speaks your name. And in that moment, you remember who you are. You remember you are his. You remember you are loved. You remember that even in your most lost moments, you were never out of his sight. You may have felt far, but he was near, always near. Let that truth reach into the places of you that have felt forgotten. Let it find the corners where loneliness still echoes. He sees, he knows, and still he comes. He comes not to scold, but to gather, not to condemn, but to carry. When the sheep is lost, the shepherd leaves the 99. He does not say, they will come back eventually. He says, I must go. And he goes into the wild, into the cold, into the unfamiliar. He goes until he finds the one, until he finds you. And when he does, he rejoices. He lifts you onto his shoulders. He walks you home, not with frustration, but with joy. You are not a burden to him. You are not a problem to be solved. You are the one he loves, the one he has been searching for, the one he calls by name. Hear that name now? Not the one the world has given you, not the one your shame whispers, but the name he speaks with delight. Beloved, chosen, mine. That name is written on his hands. That name is held in his heart, and he will never stop speaking it over you. Not even in the dark, especially in the dark. The shepherd walks with a light that cannot be extinguished. And even when you cannot see the path, he sees you. You do not need to know the way home. You only need to trust the one who knows the way to you. He will lead you. He will hold you. He will speak your name until your fear dissolves. Let that voice be your resting place now. Let it guide you back, not to perfection, but to presence, not to performance, but to peace. You are not being summoned. You are being invited, and you have already answered. You are here. You are listening. You are loved. The shepherd knows where you are. He knows what you need, and he is not waiting on the other side of your struggle. He is already with you, speaking softly, walking steadily, holding you close. You have not been forgotten in the dark. You have been found. You have not been passed over. You have been chosen, and you are safe now, in the arms of the one who calls you by name. When you sleep, he stays awake. The Good Shepherd does not close his eyes when yours begin to drift. He does not grow weary. He does not lose focus. He watches over you, not from afar, but from beside you, quietly, faithfully, patiently. The world may fall silent around you. The lights may dim, but his presence does not flicker. His care does not waver. While your body rests, his heart remains alert. He guards your peace. He holds your breath. He surrounds your sleep with mercy. You are not vulnerable in the night. You are not exposed to fear or forgotten in dreams. You are under his protection. You are beneath his wings. You are wrapped in a peace that passes understanding. A peace not made by the absence of danger, but by the presence of God. Rest comes not because the night is without shadows, but because he is your light within them. His rod and his staff, they comfort you. His voice, soft and steady, sings over your soul. Even as your mind begins to fade, you may not hear every word. That's okay. The Spirit speaks beyond the mind. It speaks to the places where worry hides and breath becomes shallow. It brings stillness to the parts of you that keep holding on. Let go now. You are watched over. You are protected. You are loved. There is no corner of this night untouched by his presence. There is no fear too dark for his light to reach. The shepherd does not sleep, and because he watches, you can rest, not with one eye open, not half alert, but fully, deeply, safely. You do not need to stay on guard. You do not need to monitor every thought. You do not need to earn this stillness. It is given freely, tenderly, repeatedly, like the rising of the moon, like the hush of a lullaby. Let your heart believe it now. Nothing can separate you from his love, not the past, not the future, not mistakes or fears or shadows or silence, not even sleep. He is not closer when you are awake and praying than when you are asleep and silent. He is always close. He is always constant. And in your rest, he remains. You may drift now. You may fade into dream. That is good. That is holy. That is safe, because you are never alone. The shepherd holds your name. He holds your story. He holds your sleep. He blesses the night with his nearness. He blesses your breathing with his calm. And he will be here still when morning comes. You will not wake alone. You will not wake forgotten. You will rise in the arms of the same shepherd who watched you all night. So sleep now, not in fear, but in faith, not in worry, but in welcome. The shepherd is near. The shepherd is kind. The shepherd is awake. And you are at peace. You are safe now. You are seen. You are known. The invitation has been given. You have responded, not with loud words, but with stillness, not with effort, but with surrender. And now, rest is here, not just near, not just possible, but present. It surrounds you like warm light. It fills the air like a gentle hush. It enters your chest with every breath. This is what your soul has longed for. Not noise, not achievement, but presence. The presence of the one who made you, the one who loves you, the one who never leaves. You may not have all the answers. You may not feel strong. You may not even feel worthy. But the shepherd is not asking you to be anything except his. And you are fully, completely, eternally. Let that be your peace tonight. Let that be your pillow. You are not waiting for love to arrive. It has already come. You are not reaching towards safety. You are already held. You are not searching for comfort. You are surrounded by it. In the arms of the Good Shepherd, nothing is missing. Nothing is broken. Everything is covered in grace. Let your thoughts go now. Let your mind unwind. There is nothing more you need to do. Nothing more you need to pray. Nothing more you need to prove. This moment is sacred. This rest is holy. The shepherd is still here. His presence has not changed. His promise has not wavered. His eyes are still upon you, and they are filled with love, the kind of love that does not diminish with time, the kind of love that deepens in silence, the kind of love that watches through the night and welcomes you into morning. You can rest because he is strong. You can sleep because he is faithful. You can let go because he never will. The world may feel fragile. Your own strength may rise and fall. But the love of God remains. It remains through storms and silence, through questions and quiet, through every hour and every breath. And it is here now, resting beside you, watching over you, calling your name without ceasing. Let that be the final word tonight. Not fear, not pressure, not doubt, but love. Love that calms, love that quiets, love that carries, love that never leaves. Breathe in that love. Let it fill your chest. Let it soften your hands. Let it warm your spine. Let it rock you into stillness. You are not drifting. You are being held. You are not falling. You are being cradled. You are not alone. You are home. So sleep now, deeply, quietly, safely. Sleep in the peace that cannot be shaken. Sleep in the promise that does not end with night. Sleep in the arms of the shepherd who knows you, calls you, and loves you still. You have come to him, and in him you have found rest. There is a peace that does not come from silence, but from presence, a peace not born of perfect circumstances, but of perfect nearness, the kind of peace that exists not because the world is calm, but because God is close. That is the peace you are being invited into now. Not something to chase, not something to earn, but something to receive, something to rest in, something that holds you gently, like water around a stone, like sunlight on still waters, like breath in the early morning. You do not have to create this peace. You only need to open to it. It is already here, already moving in the quiet, already wrapping around your tired soul. The presence of God is not a concept. It is not an idea to be grasped or a mystery to be solved. It is real. It is near. It is alive. And it is here now, not just beside you, but within you, as close as breath, as steady as heartbeat, as present as stillness. You are not required to feel anything specific to enter this peace. You do not need to force stillness. You do not need to pretend calm. You only need to notice that God is with you, and in his presence, peace rises slowly, softly, naturally. Let your body respond. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands unclench. Let your face soften. You are no longer under pressure. You are no longer performing. You are simply being, and in that being, God meets you, not with noise, not with expectation, but with peace. You may not have known how much you needed this until now, until the quiet came, until the invitation arrived. until the breath slowed, and that is okay. God has always known. He has waited patiently, and now that you are here, He is not rushing you forward. He is drawing you deeper into presence, into peace, into the holy hush where striving ends and being begins. Let yourself lean into it now. Imagine His presence like warm light resting on your skin, like gentle waves lapping the shore of your heart, like a voice that does not speak in sentences, but in safety. There is nothing urgent in His presence. There is no anxiety here, no shame, no shoulds, no striving, only stillness, only welcome, only love. That love has no sharp corners, no harsh tones. It is the kind of love that waits, the kind that stays, the kind that holds you long enough for your soul to remember how to rest. And your soul is remembering now. It is remembering that peace is not something you find. It is someone you are with. Christ Himself, the Prince of Peace, is not far off. He is here. He is near. He is now. Let that truth be your comfort. Let it be your grounding. Let it become the space you rest inside, not trying to hold on to anything, just letting yourself be held, just letting the presence be enough, because it always has been. The world may keep spinning. The noise may still exist beyond this moment, but in this moment, peace has arrived, and it is not leaving because it was never about the noise. It was about the nearness. And the one who is near, He is peace. Peace begins where presence is recognized, and the presence of God is here, not far, not delayed, not hidden. It is here in the hush of your breath, here in the slowing of your thoughts, here in the loosening of your limbs as they surrender to rest. You are not alone in this silence. This is not an empty quiet. It is full, full of grace, full of mercy, full of God. You do not need to search the heavens. You do not need to beg for His nearness. He has already drawn close. The veil is torn. The way is open. The distance has been removed. And what remains is a presence more gentle than wind and more steady than time. Let yourself notice it. You are not striving toward peace. You are resting in it. You are not seeking God's attention. You are basking in it. You are not performing. You are simply allowing what is already true to be fully real in this moment. And the truth is this: God is with you, not just beside you, but within you. His Spirit dwells in you like a breath that never leaves, like a light that does not dim, like a pulse that gives life not just to your body, but to your soul. Inhale that presence now, not as something foreign, but as something familiar. The Spirit of God is not a stranger. He is your comforter, your helper, your guide. He does not arrive with pressure. He arrives with peace. He does not overwhelm. He enfolds. Let Him enfold you now in the rhythm of your breath, in the stillness of your limbs, in the softness of your gaze. He is not asking you to be more. He is not asking you to feel differently. He is simply here, and His here-ness is healing. You may feel waves of emotion rise and fall. You may feel nothing at all. Either way, He remains constant, kind, true. He does not visit your soul. He makes His home there, and in that home, there is no fear, no shame, no pressure to perform, only presence, only peace. Let that become your reality now, not as a thought, not as a wish, but as truth embodied. Feel your body rest heavier into the surface beneath you. Let your bones be held. Let your spine release its grip. Let your chest rise and fall without effort. There is no task in this moment, only trust. There is no striving, only surrender. And surrender is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is what your soul was made for. You were not created to carry every weight. You were created to be carried, to walk with God, to breathe with God, to live and move and rest in Him. And you are doing that now, right now, not later, not once you feel ready, but now, as you are, as you breathe, as you let go. The peace of God is not distant or conditional. It is here. It is yours, and it is enough. Let it hold you. Let it hush the questions. Let it bathe the mind. You are not empty. You are being filled, not with more to do, but with more of Him, more peace, more presence, more stillness. Let that be your rhythm. Let that be your night. Let that be your rest. Your breath is not just a function. It is a rhythm, a sacred rhythm, one that began before you were aware of it, one that continues without your control. Each inhale is a gift, each exhale a release, and all of it sustained by grace. You are not breathing alone. You are breathing with God. From the very beginning, He breathed into humanity and gave life. And now, in this moment, He breathes with you again, not just to keep you alive, but to remind you that you are not separate from Him, that you are held, even at your most quiet, even in your sleep. Let your breath slow now, not forced, just allowed. Inhale gently, exhale even slower. Feel the softness of it. Feel the grounding. You are not spinning. You are centered. You are not rushing. You are resting. And in that resting, there is a presence, steady, unmoving, kind. God is not waiting for you at the end of your breath. He is in every breath, in every rise and fall. He is the one who holds the breath when it stutters, who steadies it when it falters, who blesses it even when it breaks. You may not think of breathing as prayer, but it is. When words fall short, breath remains. When thoughts are scattered, breath stays true, and God meets you there, in the unspoken, in the unseen, in the deep places beneath the surface. Let each breath be a reminder you are not forgotten. Let each breath say what your mind cannot. I am here. You are here. We are together. The peace of God is not dependent on your awareness of it, but as you become aware, it deepens. As you give attention to your breath, you are giving space to His Spirit. You are saying, welcome your nearness. I trust your presence. I rest in your love. Let your breath be a declaration of trust. Let it carry the truth deeper than thinking. Let it become your posture of surrender. You don't have to try hard. You don't have to concentrate. Just keep breathing, slowly, naturally. Trust that the Spirit is present in every moment. Trust that God is close in the quiet. Trust that even as you drift, you are not drifting alone. You are breathing with the one who made the stars. You are breathing with the one who called you by name. You are breathing with the one who never forgets you, not even for a second. Let that fill you. Let it hold you. Let it slow everything down. The day is over. The pressure has passed. Now, there is only stillness, only softness, only God and you in peace. You do not need to do anything else. This is enough. You are enough. Your breath is enough. You are resting in the presence that never leaves. And in that presence, there is peace. Peace is not a passing feeling. It is not something that visits and leaves. It is not fragile or fleeting. The peace of God is a place, a dwelling, a shelter, a home for the soul. You do not have to wait for everything around you to quiet down in order to enter that place. You can enter now, just as you are. The door is always open, the light is always on, and the welcome never fades. This peace is not dependent on circumstances. It does not rise and fall with the news or the noise or the weight of the world. It is anchored in something deeper. It is built on a foundation that cannot be shaken. That foundation is Christ, the Prince of Peace, the one who spoke, and the seas were calmed, the one who breathed, and the dust became life, the one who wept, and yet still conquered death. His peace is not thin or timid. It is strong. It is steady. It holds through every storm. It carries through every season. It welcomes you when you are weary, and it remains even when you cannot feel it. You may not always be aware of that peace, but it is there. Beneath the surface, beneath the fear, beneath the tension and the unanswered questions. It is not gone when emotions change. It is not erased by pain. It is a current flowing below everything else. Faithful, gentle, true. Let yourself step into that place now, not in your mind only, but in your whole being. Let your breath guide you. Let your posture soften. Let your inner world become still. You are not pretending. You are remembering. This peace has always been here because God has always been here. Even when the waves rose, even when the path disappeared, even when the silence felt endless, He remained. And where He is, peace is. Peace is not the reward of the calm. It is the companion of those who trust, even if that trust is quiet, even if it trembles. Peace is not earned through perfection. It is given through presence, and you are in that presence now. As your body rests, as your thoughts slow, as your spirit listens, you are not outside of peace. You are inside it, covered by it, wrapped in it, held steady even as you sleep. Let that truth settle. Let it root. Let it become the ground beneath your dreams. This peace is not imaginary. It is the realest thing in the world. It is more real than fear, more real than failure, more real than anything that tries to disturb your rest. You are not holding on to it. It is holding on to you. You are not trying to keep it close. It has already made its home within you. So rest now, not as someone waiting for peace to arrive, but as someone who has already been found by it, as someone who belongs to it, as someone who is no longer searching. You are safe in this peace. You are home in this peace. You are never outside of God's embrace, not even in sleep, not even in doubt. The presence remains, and where His presence is, peace lives. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. These ancient words are not just poetry. They are truth. They are foundation. They are safety. The presence of God is not abstract. It is a refuge, a shelter, a stronghold, a place where fear has no voice, where anxiety finds no grip, where rest is not fragile but fortified. You do not have to imagine this refuge. You are already within it. As surely as your head rests on your pillow, your soul rests in Him. The walls of His protection do not crumble. The gate of His mercy does not close. The roof of His love does not leak. In this place, you are not a visitor. You are home. Let your heart lean into that shelter now. Let it stop bracing for impact. Let it stop listening for danger. Let it settle. You are not under threat. You are under grace. The world outside may stir, but within this refuge, there is peace, a holy quiet that cannot be touched by circumstance, a stillness deeper than silence, a strength gentler than stone. It is the presence of God, and it surrounds you now. Let yourself believe it, not because you feel it perfectly, but because it is true. Let it become your reality, even as you sleep. He is your refuge, not because you understand everything, but because He is faithful through everything. He is your strength, not because you feel powerful, but because he never grows tired. The one who watches over you neither slumbers nor sleeps. His eyes never close. His hands never weaken. His promises never fade. And one of those promises is peace. Peace that guards your heart. Peace that steadies your mind. Peace that holds you while you rest. Let that peace be your covering tonight. Let it settle over you like a soft blanket drawn up beneath your chin. Let it cradle you in safety. You do not need to build the walls. He has already built them. You do not need to secure the doors. He has already locked them from within. You do not need to guard your heart. He is guarding it for you. That is who he is. Protector, shelter, father, friend, fortress, peace. The storm may howl beyond the walls, but inside there is calm. Inside there is light. Inside there is you and God and stillness. You may begin to drift. That is welcome. You may begin to let go. That is good. You are not falling. You are being held. You are not exposed. You are being covered. This place is not built by hands. It is built by love, eternal, unshakable, near. This is the presence of God, and this is peace. Peace is like water, not loud, not forced, but steady, constant, flowing. You may not always notice it. You may not always feel it, but it moves through you, around you, within you, carried by the Spirit of God like a living stream. It doesn't crash. It doesn't demand. It moves quietly, finding every dry place, every cracked corner, every weary root. It doesn't flood to overwhelm. It flows to restore. Let yourself feel that stream now, not with effort, just with awareness, like water touching skin, like rain on thirsty soil. This is the peace of God, alive, gentle, present. Jesus once said, "Whoever believes in me, rivers of living water will flow from within them." Not a trickle, not a cup, a river. And rivers flow even in the dark. Rivers move even when no one sees them. So does his peace. It does not depend on light. It does not depend on your mood. It is not held back by tiredness or doubt. It moves because he is faithful. It flows because he is near. Let that water wash through you now. Let it clear away the residue of the day. Let it soften the edges where tension still hides. Let it quiet the dust of racing thoughts. You are not here to hold the river back. You are here to be carried by it, to float, to trust, to surrender. God's peace is not passive. It is active. It nourishes, it renews, it brings life to what was dry, hope to what was cracked, rest to what was strained. You do not need to hold yourself together anymore. The water is holding you. The peace is enough. You may feel your body getting heavier. That is good. You may feel your thoughts slipping beneath the surface. That is grace. Let them go. Let them drift. Let them rest. This peace is not shallow. It goes deep. It touches places that words cannot reach. It brings calm, not just to the surface, but to the roots, to the soul, to the center. There is no part of you that is unreachable. The Spirit sees every space, and he sends peace to every one. You are being filled. You are being cleansed. You are being cradled. This is the nature of his presence, not only to stay, but to restore, not only to hold, but to heal. The river of peace does not ask questions. It does not require answers. It simply flows freely, faithfully, even now, as you lie still, as you breathe slow, as you begin to drift. The peace continues. The presence continues. The water runs deep, and you are safe in its current. You are not drowning. You are not lost. You are floating in grace, resting in love, trusting the current that carries you straight into the heart of God. Let go now. Let it carry you. This river will not run dry. This peace will not fade. This presence will not leave. It is yours. It is now. And it is enough. There is a shade that does not fade with the sun, a covering that does not shift with the seasons, a shelter that stays steady even as the world sways. That shelter is God. That shade is his peace. He is described as the one under whose wings we find refuge, not as a fortress of stone, but as a mother bird, gentle, warm, attentive. This is the quiet strength of his presence, not loud, not rigid, but near, alive, protective. Let yourself come under that covering now. Let your soul step out of the harsh heat of the day, out of the brightness that demands you to be always alert, out of the pressure that tells you to keep pushing. Come into the shade, the still, soft place where you are no longer required to perform, no longer expected to fix, no longer forced to explain. You are simply allowed to rest. You are invited to be small, to be honest, to be still. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. That refuge is not only for the stormy days, it is also for nights like this, when your body is tired, when your thoughts are full, when your heart is tender. You are not hidden in the dark. You are sheltered in the light, a light that knows when to be soft, a light that soothes instead of blinds, that warms instead of burns. His wings do not push you away. They draw you close. They fold gently around you. They hush the winds. They quiet the world. Let yourself be quiet now. Let the day melt from your shoulders. Let the tension drain from your fingers. Let the heat of striving fade. The shade of his presence is wide enough for every part of you, even the restless parts, even the doubting parts, even the hurting parts. Nothing in you disqualifies you from this covering. It is not earned. It is given. It is not fragile. It is faithful. Let your breath deepen beneath it. Let your mind stop reaching. Let your soul be still. You are not being watched with judgment. You are being held with care. His eye is on the sparrow. His eye is on you, and he does not miss a thing. Even your silence is precious to him. Even your stillness is holy. You are not forgotten. You are not too much. You are not too far gone. You are under his wing, and under that wing there is peace, not thin, not conditional, but strong, steady, sure, like a whisper in the wild, like a lullaby in the heat, like grace that lingers long after noise has passed. You can rest here, not briefly, but deeply. You can let go here, not in fear, but in faith. The wing does not falter. The shade does not move. The one who shelters you is faithful. So close your eyes. Feel the hush settle in. Let the protection become your pillow. Let his nearness become your rest. You are under his wing, and you are safe. The presence of God is sometimes like water, sometimes like shelter, and sometimes like fire. Not a wildfire that destroys, not a flame that burns in anger, but a steady flame, a quiet hearth, a warmth that calls you near, not to fear, but to comfort. This fire does not consume you. It refines you. It does not demand that you run. It invites you to rest beside it, to let it warm what has grown cold, to let it illuminate what has been hidden in shadow. There are places in your soul that have long been quiet, dormant, dim, but the fire of his presence reaches them gently, not to expose, but to awaken, not to shame, but to restore. You may feel that warmth now, soft in your chest, humming in your breath, spreading slowly through your limbs. It is not imagined. It is not emotional alone. It is spiritual. It is real. It is the touch of the Spirit, bringing peace where fear once lived, bringing light where confusion once ruled, bringing rest where resistance once stood. The God who led his people by fire still leads by fire today. But now, it does not come with smoke or sparks. It comes in stillness. It comes in nearness. It comes in love. Let that fire warm you now. Let it touch your mind. Let it settle into your thoughts like embers in a quiet hearth. Let it burn away the noise, the clutter, the lies. Let it shine into the corners of you that are tired of hiding. You are safe in this light. You are held in this warmth. You are not examined under a spotlight. You are welcomed near a flame, and this flame never dies. The fire of his presence is eternal. It does not grow dim when you feel far. It does not flicker when your faith feels small. It stays through the dark, through the silence, through the sleeping hours when no one else watches. It stays with you because he stays with you. Let this light be your comfort. Let it remind you that you are not forgotten, that even in the coldest parts of your journey, there has always been a fire waiting for you, a table prepared, a place set, a presence offered. God is not waiting to meet you at your strongest. He is drawing near at your quietest, and his nearness is not a blaze that overwhelms. It is a glow that heals. You can rest in this fire. You can breathe beside it. You can sleep in its warmth. There is nothing to fear here. There is no rush. There is only peace. You do not need to protect yourself from God. He is your protection. You do not need to guard your heart from his light. His light is your healing. Let it in. Let it shine. Let it stay. Let it melt what was frozen. Let it soften what was hard. Let it hold you in the places you thought were too far, too fragile, too forgotten. His fire sees you. His fire welcomes you. His fire stays with you through the night. And as you sleep, it does not die. It flickers gently. It glows steadily. It keeps watch. And it waits to warm you again when morning comes. God does not always speak with thunder. He does not always move in fire or storm. Sometimes his presence is a whisper, a still, small voice, a breath more than a sound, a nearness more than a noise. It was in that whisper that Elijah found him, not in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire, but in the quiet. And God still comes that way, not to shout over your fear, but to quiet it, not to compete with your thoughts, but to still them, not to demand your attention, but to invite your rest. He is not far away calling your name. He is beside you, already speaking, whispering peace, whispering comfort, whispering, I am here. You do not need to strain to hear him. His voice is not reserved for the loud or the strong. It's made for the tired, for the still, for the ones who finally stop running and simply listen. You are listening now, not with your ears, but with your soul. And your soul recognizes that voice, that whisper that says you are loved, that whisper that says you are safe, that whisper that says it's okay to rest. Let that whisper settle in you now. Let it echo through your breath, through your thoughts, through the quiet center of your being. You are not required to respond. You are not asked to rise. You are simply welcome to stay in the softness, to stay in the silence, to stay in the sacred stillness of this moment. The voice of God is not fragile. Even when it's quiet, it carries the same power that created the universe, the same authority that calmed the sea, the same compassion that called Lazarus from the tomb. But to you, tonight, it comes with gentleness, because that is what your soul needs, not force, not volume, but kindness. He knows exactly what your spirit can bear, and He will not crush it. He will not rush it. He will not ignore it. He speaks in ways that heal. He speaks in ways that restore. And sometimes, the most powerful words are the quietest ones. I love you. I see you. You belong to me. Let those words speak louder than fear. Let them replace the noise of doubt. Let them wrap around your heart like soft cloth. You are not invisible. You are not ignored. You are being spoken to by the one who knows you completely and still chooses to whisper instead of shout. That is His gentleness. That is His peace. Let it become yours now. Let it shape your rest. Let it be the atmosphere around your dreams. He will not stop whispering, even as you drift into sleep, even as your thoughts fade, even as your body surrenders. He will keep speaking. Peace, peace, peace. And every whisper will be true. Every whisper will be full of love. Every whisper will be enough. Let go now. Let yourself sink. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to solve, nothing left to carry. You are not being asked to stand. You are being invited to lie down, to rest like a child tucked into soft blankets, to release what remains clenched in your heart. You are not in danger. You are not being watched for weakness. You are being cradled in kindness. You are being wrapped in mercy. The presence of God is not something you must hold on to. It is something that holds you, and it will not let go. Even as your breath slows, even as your thoughts blur, even as your body grows heavy, He is with you still. His presence is not dependent on your attention. It is not stronger when you're awake. It does not lessen when you fall asleep. It stays through every breath, through every hour of night. You are not the guardian of your peace. He is. You are not the keeper of your rest. He is. Let that truth deepen now. Let it drop down into the roots of you, into the quietest places, into the spaces where fear once lived. There is no room for fear here. Perfect love casts it out. Perfect peace replaces it, and perfect presence sustains it. You are not being asked to do rest well. You are being asked to let yourself be as you are, without apology, without effort, without fear. The God who covers you knows every inch of you, every longing, every ache, every sigh, and still He stays. Still He covers. Still He calls you His. His arms are not tired. His eyes are not distracted. His attention has not wandered. He is with you now, like a shadow that protects, like a wing that stretches wide, like a river that keeps flowing even when no one watches. Let your soul lie still beneath that wing. Let your mind come to rest beneath that shadow. There is no need to plan, no need to review, no need to prepare for what comes next. This moment is not about tomorrow. It is about now. This breath, this rest, this quiet love that surrounds you like soft air. You are not falling behind. You are not missing anything. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Beneath His wing, within His peace, inside His heart, He is your refuge and your resting place. He is your safety and your song. And even now, as the world slows and your thoughts begin to dissolve into silence, He remains, always present, always kind, always enough. Sleep now, not with resistance, but with release. Sleep not to escape, but to enter the stillness that was made for you. Enter the presence that already surrounds you. Enter the love that asks nothing but your resting soul. You are home. You are covered. You are free. You are at rest. Fully. Finally. Not because the world is perfect. Not because you have no more questions, but because peace has found you, and you have said yes, yes, with your body, as it softens into stillness. Yes, with your breath, as it follows a slower rhythm. Yes, with your soul, as it releases the need to keep watch. The presence of God is your blanket now. His spirit, your stillness, His love, your lullaby. He is not outside of you. He is not pacing around, waiting. He is here, inside this breath, inside this quiet, inside the deepest part of you. You may feel sleep pulling you close now. That is good. That is holy. You are not being pulled into darkness. You are being drawn into grace, into still waters, into the shelter of the Almighty. The same God who formed the stars is keeping watch over you. The same voice that calmed the storm is speaking calm over your rest. And the same Spirit who hovered over the waters in the beginning now hovers over you, covering, guarding, loving. This is not the end of the story. It is only the pause where peace begins to do its quiet work. Even as you sleep, God remains. He remains when your thoughts go quiet. He remains when your dreams begin. He remains when your breath deepens and your body surrenders. He is the guardian of your night, and when morning comes, He will still be there, faithful, present, loving. You do not have to hold on to Him. He is holding on to you. You do not have to wake with fear. You will wake in peace. You will wake in light. You will wake in the arms of the same presence that carried you through the night. So let this final breath be free. Let it fall gently. Let it drift like a leaf on water. Let it say what no words need to say. I am yours. You are mine. I am loved. I am safe. Let sleep come. Let peace stay. Let everything else wait until morning. For now, you are still. You are home. You are held in the presence of God. Kind, quiet, eternal is here. Fear not. These are the first words you need tonight. Not shouted from the sky, but whispered into the quiet. Fear not. Not because there is nothing hard, not because there is nothing unknown, but because you are not alone. The one who made you, who sees you, who walks beside you, even now, He is here. And His first word is not a command of strength. It is an invitation to rest. He does not say, be brave. He says, do not fear, because fear is not solved by effort. It is quieted by presence, by nearness, by love. And love is near now. Love is watching over you. Love is sitting beside you. Love is closer than your own breath. Let your shoulders relax under that truth. Let your breath come easier. You do not need to hold it all together. You do not need to prove you're fine. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be afraid. You are allowed to be here, just as you are. Because here, in this space, fear is not judged. It is met by a voice that is steady, met by a presence that does not leave, met by a love that sees you trembling and says, you are still mine. You may not be able to turn the fear off. That's okay. You're not being asked. You are simply being told the truth. Fear does not have the final word. It never had. It never will. Not with me, says the Lord, for I am with you. That is the promise, not escape, but accompaniment, not removal of all risk, but the presence of one who walks with you through it. The shadows may still fall, but the light never leaves. Let that settle in you. Let it wrap around your chest where worry lingers. Let it soothe the places inside you that are bracing for what might go wrong. You do not need to predict tomorrow. You do not need to control every outcome. You only need to remember you are not facing any of it alone. Fear not, because I am with you. The voice of God does not dismiss what scares you. He knows it intimately, and still. He speaks peace, still. He stays, still. He calls you by name and says, "You are safe with me." Let that truth begin to speak louder than the fear. Let it rise, like morning light through a window. Let it soften you. You are not wrong for feeling afraid, but fear is not your home. Peace is, and peace begins here, with presence, with God, with breath. Let this be your beginning tonight, not with striving, not with fixing, but with listening to the quiet voice that says what your heart has longed to hear. Fear not, my child. I am here. I will not leave. You are not alone. Let go. Breathe slow. Rest deeply. You are safe in my presence. You have carried fear quietly, not always loud, not always visible, but present, tucked beneath the surface, wrapped in silence, folded inside the daily motions of your life. It shows up in the still moments. When the noise fades, it whispers in the back of your mind, asking questions you cannot answer. What if I'm not enough? What if I lose what matters most? What if I fail? What if it all falls apart? These questions don't always have words. Sometimes they just feel like a weight in your chest, a tightening in your breath, a restless turning in your thoughts. When the world around you seems to sleep, and you've learned to manage them, to push forward, to smile through them, to carry them well enough that most people never notice. But God notices, not to shame, not to expose, but to comfort, to speak gently into the places that no one else sees. He knows the unspoken. He knows the late night wondering. He knows the dread that doesn't make sense, the fear that creeps in even when everything seems okay. And still, he draws near. He does not say, "You shouldn't feel that." He says, "I'm with you in this." That's what sets him apart. His nearness is not a reward for the brave. It is a gift for the afraid. It is not earned by faith. It is extended by grace. Let yourself receive that now, even in your fear, especially in your fear. You are not too fragile for him. You are not too much. You are not a burden. You are beloved. Let your breath slow with that truth. Let your shoulders ease. You don't have to perform peace. You're invited to receive it. There's nothing to hide here. The one who knows you best loves you most. The one who sees the cracks in your armor also sees the courage in your heart. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to rest even with fear present. It's laying down your head at night, knowing you don't have to guard every corner of your life. That's his job. That's his heart, to cover you, to keep you, to speak softly into the dark. Fear not. I am here. You may not be able to stop every anxious thought. That's okay. God is not asking for silence. He's asking for surrender, not of strength, of trust. Just enough to say, "I need you." Just enough to breathe. Stay with me, and he will. He always does. Even in the shaking, even in the doubt, even in the moments when fear feels louder than faith, he stays. You don't need to chase him. He's already beside you. You don't need to explain the fear. He understands it, and he isn't disappointed. He's compassionate. He's patient. He's peace. and He's here. Let your soul begin to soften. Let your grip begin to loosen. Let the pressure of pretending fade. You are allowed to feel, and you are invited to rest, not after fear is gone, but while it's still there, because you're not carrying it alone, not anymore. I am with you. These 4 words are not decoration. They are not a gentle cliche. They are not a line borrowed from a greeting card or a phrase said to calm without meaning. They are a promise, a presence, a reality, spoken by the one who cannot lie, whispered by the God who does not leave. I am with you is not a condition. It is not, I will be with you if you're strong. Not, I will be with you once the fear goes away. Not, I will be with you when your faith is flawless. It is simply, steadily, with you, here, now, in this breath, in this room, in this moment. Let those words become the ground beneath you. Let them be the bed your soul lies down on. You are not imagining this. You are not pretending comfort. The presence of God is not something far off or abstract. It is alive. It is close. It is within you and around you, and surrounding every place your fear once ruled. When God says, I am with you, He is not just saying He sees, He is saying He stays through it all. He does not look at your fear and step away. He does not wait for you to feel better before He draws near. He is near now, and His nearness changes things, not always the outside, but always the inside. Fear may not flee in an instant, but it cannot stand unshaken in the presence of perfect love. It begins to loosen. It begins to lift, not because you forced it to, but because love is here, because God is here. Let that assurance begin to rise in you like a tide, not a wave of emotion, but a quiet swelling of truth. You are not abandoned. You are not doing this alone. You are not left to figure it out or fight through the dark by yourself. He walks with you. He weeps with you. He waits with you. He holds you when your strength fails, and He never grows tired. Let that be your comfort now. Not the removal of fear, but the reality of presence. The voice that says, I am here, and I am not going anywhere. This is what sets His promise apart. It doesn't depend on you. It rests completely on Him, His faithfulness, His mercy, His love. And those things never change. He has been with you in every fear before. He is with you now, and He will be with you again. This is not just a season. It is a pattern of grace, a rhythm of mercy, a constant of compassion. You are not drifting. You are being kept. You are not overlooked. You are being watched over. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered, moment by moment, by the God who formed your soul and still holds it, even now, especially now. Let your body rest into that. Let your breath mirror that faithfulness, slow, gentle, unforced. You are not holding God close. He is holding you, and His hands do not slip. His arms do not grow weak. His grip does not loosen. You are safe. You are loved. You are never alone. You are not the first to feel afraid. You are not the first to face the unknown with trembling hands. The pages of Scripture are filled with people just like you, people who were afraid, uncertain, overwhelmed. And each of them met a God who did not turn away. A God who spoke into the fear, who stayed, who carried, who redeemed. Think of Moses standing before the burning bush, barefoot and unsure. His voice shook. Who am I that I should go? And God's answer was not a strategy. It was not a list of strengths. It was one simple sentence: I will be with you. That was enough. That was everything. Moses didn't become fearless. He became faithful because of presence. Think of Joshua on the edge of the promised land, a new leader, a heavy burden. Do not be afraid. God said, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Courage wasn't demanded, it was gifted through presence. Or Elijah, alone in the wilderness, running from fear, exhausted in body and spirit, ready to give up. And God didn't scold him. God whispered, in the stillness, in the soft wind, in the quiet presence that reminded Elijah, you are not alone. Over and over, the pattern is the same. Fear rises, God speaks, not with threats, not with distance, but with nearness. Fear not, for I am with you. Even Mary, when visited by an angel, felt fear first, but the message that came to her was not pressure, it was peace. Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. Favor, not because she was fearless, but because she was chosen, because she was known, because she was not alone. The stories are many, the voices unique, but the message always the same. Do not be afraid. I am with you. Let those stories speak into yours now. Let them remind you that fear does not disqualify you. That weakness does not remove you from God's care. That uncertainty is not an absence of faith. It is an invitation into deeper trust. The God of Moses, of Joshua, of Elijah, of Mary, that same God is your God, and He is not writing a different story with you. He is writing a faithful one, a tender one where presence defeats panic, one where love silences lies, one where every trembling breath is met with the words, I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. Let those promises become your peace now. You are part of that story. You are walking the same path. You are being met by the same God. He is not disappointed in your fear. He is drawing near to it, just as He always has, just as He always will. So breathe in that faithfulness. Let your chest rise with it. Let your body rest beneath it. You are not alone, and you never were. God does not wait for fear to pass before He draws near. He walks into it with you, not after the storm has cleared, not once your heart is steady, but right in the middle, in the shaking, in the shadows, in the moments you feel least ready for His presence. That's when He comes. That's when He stays. This is the kind of love that changes everything, not because it removes the fear instantly, but because it refuses to leave you alone with it. You may feel unsteady. God does not. You may feel unsure. God is not. His steps do not falter when yours do. His grip does not loosen when your hands tremble. He comes closer, not further. When fear rises, He leans in, not away, because He is not afraid of your fear. He is not threatened by your weakness. He is drawn to it with compassion, not criticism. He sees the way your mind spins, the way your shoulders carry weight you can't name, the way your chest tightens with questions. And He does not ask you to hide it. He does not wait on the other side of healing. He enters the middle of the ache. He sits down beside the tension. He wraps Himself around the trembling. I am with you. He says, not just when you're strong, especially when you're not, especially when you don't know what to pray, especially when all you can do is breathe and hope that's enough. It is enough because He is enough. Let that truth begin to settle into your body, into the corners where fear still lives, into the places you've tried to protect for too long. You don't need to hide tonight. You don't need to overcome. You are not being tested. You are being held fully, kindly, steadily. God does not call you into bravery alone. He walks there first. He enters the fire. He steps into the storm. He draws near when others pull away. And he brings peace, not by removing every hard thing, but by anchoring your soul through it. His peace is not the absence of fear. It is his presence within it. The shepherd walks through the valley of shadow, not around it, and he walks with you now, even here, especially here. Let that shift your posture. Let your hands relax. Let your jaw unclench. Let your heart stop racing. You are not alone in the dark. You are not failing in your fear. You are being met. You are being seen. You are being deeply, fully loved, not for your bravery, but for simply being his. He loves the trembling. He loves the struggling. He loves the ones still learning how to trust. That includes you, right now, just as you are. So let yourself rest, not in your strength, in his nearness. Let yourself breathe, not because fear is gone, but because love is here, and that is enough. Fear does not push God away. It pulls him closer, not because he is drawn to fear itself, but because he is drawn to you. You are not a disappointment when you're afraid. You are not further from his love when your knees shake. You are not harder to reach when your faith feels thin. God does not wait for your confidence. He responds to your need. The moment fear rises, he is already near, already watching, already ready. You do not have to cry out with perfect words. You don't even need to speak. The trembling of your soul is enough. He hears what is unspoken. He knows what you cannot explain, and he does not pull away. He draws near. He surrounds. He holds. Think of a parent hearing a cry in the night, not angry, not impatient, but moving quickly with tenderness, with urgency, with love. That is how God comes near to you. He doesn't wait for you to prove you're okay. He responds to the slightest ache in your spirit. And his response is not loud or dramatic. It's steady. It's quiet. It's sure. Like arms around your shoulders. Like breath beside yours. Like peace in the middle of the storm. There is no version of fear that makes you unworthy of his presence. In fact, your fear might be the very place where you come to know his presence best, where his nearness becomes more than theology, where it becomes your resting place, your safe space, your anchor. Let that be true for you now. Let go of the thought that you must be stronger. Let go of the voice that says you should have figured it out by now. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are beloved. And even fear cannot change that, especially fear. God is not intimidated by your emotion. He created your heart. He understands how fragile it can feel. He designed your nervous system. He knows what happens in your chest when anxiety creeps in, and he's not annoyed by it. He's not frustrated. He is moved with compassion, deep, divine compassion. He is not watching you from a distance, shaking his head. He is sitting beside you, whispering peace, holding space for your process, inviting you to let go, slowly, as you're able. There is no rush here, no pressure, no requirement that you get over it. There is only presence, holy presence, healing presence, the kind that doesn't just sit with you, but surrounds you, the kind that doesn't ask for performance, but simply says, "Let me be with you." Let that be enough now. Let it be your breath. Let it be your stillness. You don't have to get it all right tonight. You only need to rest in the one who's never left, the one who leans in, not away, the one who sees the fear and stays. There is something sacred about weakness, something holy about coming to the end of yourself, not because weakness is beautiful in itself, but because It opens space for God to show you who He is in your strength. You often try to carry it all. In your competence, you hold everything together. But when that strength fades, when your hands shake and your chest tightens, something shifts. You can no longer pretend to be enough. And in that moment, God steps in, not as a last resort, but as your truest refuge. My power is made perfect in weakness. He says, not improved, not adjusted, perfect. It's not when you're fearless that His strength shines. It's when you're fragile, when your voice trembles in prayer, when your heart aches from trying, when your mind can no longer outthink the fear. That's where His strength rises, not to shame you, to hold you, to carry you, to steady you. Think of Paul pleading for his struggle to be taken away. 3 times, he asked, and 3 times the answer was not removal, but presence. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. It was not a denial, it was a deeper invitation to let go of self-sufficiency, to discover a new kind of rest, a new kind of confidence, not in what you can handle, but in who holds you when you can't. That's what God offers you now. Not a quick fix, not a step-by-step plan to eliminate fear, but Himself, His strength, His grace, His promise to stay steady even when you fall apart. You don't need to try harder. You don't need to feel stronger. You just need to lean. That's all trust really is, leaning your weight into someone who won't let you fall. And God won't. He never has. He never will. He is not measuring you tonight. He is holding you. He is not grading your progress. He is staying present. And in His presence, your weakness is not a threat. It is an altar, a place where fear begins to lose its grip, a place where love begins to take over, a place where His power doesn't just assist you, it carries you. Let yourself be carried. You have nothing to prove. You are allowed to be small. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, I don't know what to do next. Because He does, and He isn't going anywhere. Let that be your comfort now. Not your capacity, not your clarity, just His strength, steady beneath your fragility, like a firm bed under soft blankets, like a strong hand beneath trembling fingers, like a heartbeat that never stops. Even when yours stumbles, He is strong, and He is with you. You are not failing. You are being held. You don't have to conquer your fear before you come to God. You don't have to clean it up. You don't have to hide it. You don't have to name it perfectly. Just bring it as it is, as you are. That's all He ever asks. Not strength, not certainty, just trust, even if it's trembling, even if it's just the size of a mustard seed, even if it feels more like hope than belief. That's enough. God does not require a fearless heart. He welcomes an honest one. He does not stand behind a locked door, waiting for you to get it together before He opens. He is the one knocking, the one whispering, let me in, even here, especially here, where the fear still lingers, where the questions still swirl, where you're not sure how to pray. You don't need the perfect words. You don't need the perfect faith. You just need to come, and you already have. With every breath, you've drawn near. With every moment of stillness, you've opened the door a little wider, and He's come through it, gently, kindly, without force. That's how He always moves. Not to overwhelm, but to embrace, not to demand, but to dwell, not to fix first, but to be present first. The fear may not vanish right away, but its grip will begin to loosen because you are no longer facing it alone. The fear that once ruled the room now shares space with perfect love. And love always speaks louder, maybe not in volume, but in weight, in truth, in presence. Let that love begin to fill the places where fear once made its home. Let it seep into the corners like light through drawn curtains. Let it warm the parts of you that grew cold, trying to stay in control. You don't need to carry control anymore. You never really did. That was never your burden. Your only invitation is this: come to me. Not come once you've changed. Not come once you've overcome. Just come. Come with questions. Come with doubts. Come with weariness. Come with fear. He won't turn you away. He never had. He never will. That is the nature of grace. It meets you where you are, and it stays until you're ready to move. And even then, it walks with you. So breathe again. Deeper this time. Slower. Let the fear be what it is, but let it rest in the presence of a greater love. Let it sit beside the truth. I am with you. I will never leave you. You are mine. Those words are not waiting on the other side of peace. They are speaking now, right in the middle of the unrest, right into the heart of your worry, right into the soul of your fear. You don't have to fight anymore. You only have to receive, and receiving is what you're doing now. In this moment, in this breath, in this quiet surrender, and that is more than enough. Sometimes, fear doesn't leave all at once. It fades, slowly, quietly, not in a dramatic exit, but in the soft unfolding of peace, not with a bang, but with a breath. And that's okay. That's holy, because the goal was never to feel nothing. The goal was to feel safe in the midst of everything. That's what God is doing in you now. Not erasing your humanity, but holding it. Not silencing every question, but becoming louder than your doubt. Not removing your fear, but making it smaller next to His presence. When peace comes, it doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just stays longer than fear does. It outlasts the panic. It breathes slower than anxiety. It rests deeper than the noise. And eventually, the fear grows tired. It loses its power because presence changes everything. Perfect love doesn't push fear out with force. It replaces it. It fills the space. It brings light where darkness no longer fits. That's what's happening now. You may not feel the shift instantly, but it's there. In the way your shoulders are just a little lower, in the way your chest feels a little less tight, in the way your mind stops racing quite so fast. That's not coincidence. That's peace. Peace taking root. Peace taking up space. Peace speaking without words. You don't have to try harder to feel it. You only need to let it keep doing what it's already doing. Covering you, wrapping you, replacing what fear once occupied. You might still hear echoes. That's normal. Fear may knock again, but now it has to speak through the presence of God, and that changes its voice. That changes everything. You are not the same person you were at the beginning of this night, not because you've conquered anything, but because you've surrendered. You've made room. You've allowed peace to speak, and it is speaking still, whispering gently through the quiet. You are not alone. You are not in danger. You are not forgotten. You are mine. Let those truths echo deeper than fear ever reached. Let them be your rhythm. Let them be the weight that settles you into rest. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to control it. Just stay. Just breathe. Just rest. Fear may return, but so will peace. Over and over, again and again, until peace is the louder presence, until peace is the familiar sound, until fear no longer feels like home. because it never was. You were made for peace, and peace has come, and it is staying. Peace doesn't come from knowing all the answers. It doesn't come from solving the problem, or fixing the feeling, or understanding every part of what's going on. Peace comes from knowing who is with you. Peace comes from presence, not prediction, from trust, not control. And trust is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to rest in something greater than fear. You may never know why some things happened. You may not understand how everything will work out. But peace was never found in the details. It was found in the person, and he is with you now, not explaining everything, just holding you through everything. He doesn't always give you reasons. He gives you himself, and that is enough, more than enough. Peace is not a prize for the perfectly faithful. It's a gift for the tired, the confused, the anxious, the ones still asking questions in the dark. Like you, like all of us. And God does not wait until your questions end to offer peace. He places peace beside your questions, in the very same room, a kind of peace that doesn't demand clarity, that doesn't need a plan, that just holds your heart and says, even if you don't understand, I am still here. Let that peace become your home tonight. Let it settle under your skin, behind your thoughts, beneath your breath. You may feel uncertain, but he is not. You may feel unsteady, but he is sure. You may feel incomplete, but his presence is full. Peace is not the absence of unknowns. It's the presence of God in the middle of them. And he is present now, fully, faithfully, tenderly, not asking for anything from you except your trust. Not perfect trust, just enough to say, stay close, and he will. He always does. He is not far off. He is not frustrated. He is not waiting for you to figure it out. He is simply near, nearer than your fear, nearer than your breath. And in that nearness, there is peace, true peace. Not because everything makes sense, but because he doesn't leave. You don't have to hold that peace tightly. It is holding you, wrapping you, covering you. You don't have to chase after it. It has already come. You don't have to earn it. You are already loved. So let go of the need to know. Let go of the pressure to feel strong. Let go of the thought that peace only comes when the storm ends. Peace is already here because God is already here and he is not going anywhere. You are not alone. You never were. From the first breath of this day to this quiet hour of night, you have been carried, watched, loved. And now, as the world fades into stillness, as your body softens into sleep, that truth remains unchanged. You are not alone. You are not afraid. You are loved. You are safe. The presence of God is not fading with the daylight. It is not growing dim with your thoughts. It is steady, gentle. Here, there is nothing you need to do to stay in this peace. Just let go. Let your breathing be slow and deep. Let your body be heavy. Let your mind be quiet. This moment is not about effort. It's about rest. It's not about knowing what comes next. It's about trusting the one who already does. He has gone before you. He walks beside you. He guards behind you. There is no part of your story untouched by his hand. And tonight, there is no part of you hidden from his heart. The one who sees you sees all of you. And still, he stays. Still, he says, fear not. I am with you. That's not a wish. That's a promise. A vow written in mercy, sealed by love. And you are wrapped in it now, covered, kept, cradled in grace. Let that promise lull you into deeper stillness. You are not holding it together anymore. You don't need to. You are being held fully, faithfully, always. So sleep now, in peace, without performance, without pressure, without fear. Sleep in the arms of the one who never leaves. Sleep under the wing of the one who always sees. Sleep knowing you are never forgotten, never abandoned, never unloved. The fear may return in other moments, but so will this presence, so will this peace, so will this promise every time, again and again, until fear loses its voice, until peace becomes your home, until love becomes your first response. And even then, he will still be near, still whispering, "Do not fear. I am here. I am always here." Let that be your final thought tonight. Let it be your rest. Let it be your song beneath sleep. You are not alone. You are not afraid. You are deeply, forever loved, and you are safe to rest now. Your soul is safe with me. That's the first thing you need to hear tonight. Not a demand, not a command, just a whisper. Gentle, steady, true. Your soul is safe with me. You don't have to hold yourself so tightly. You don't have to watch every word, monitor every thought, manage every feeling. You can rest now because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not surprised by what's inside you. I'm not afraid of the thoughts you try to hide. I see your soul clearly, every scar, every hope, every unfinished place. And I say again, it is safe with me. You've spent a lot of time guarding it. That's okay. The world has taught you to be careful, to be strong, to be distant, just in case. But I'm not asking for distance. I'm offering nearness, not to break you down, but to hold you up. I am not here to examine you. I'm here to be with you. And I want you to know your soul is not too much. Your heart is not too complicated. Your inner world is not too messy. It's all seen. It's all known. And it is all welcome right here, right now. You don't have to open everything at once. You don't have to force anything. Just breathe. Just be. Let my words settle in the places where worry still lives. Let my voice echo through the quiet. You are safe. You are held. You are mine. Your soul has been searching for rest. Not just your body, not just your mind, but the deepest part of you. The part that no one sees. The part you're not always sure how to name. That part is seen and loved and safe. With me, I'm not keeping score. I'm not counting your failings. I'm not measuring how spiritual you feel. I'm just here, in this moment, with nothing but love in my voice, with nothing but peace in my presence. You can let go now of the need to fix yourself, of the pressure to explain, of the fear that even in stillness, you might not be enough. You are enough, not because you've done everything right, but because you are mine. Your soul was made for my presence, and my presence is here. It is not a feeling to chase. It is not a reward for being calm. It is a promise. It is a person. It is me, and I am with you. I will stay with you as you drift, as you rest, as you let yourself believe, maybe for the first time in a long time, that you are safe. Let that belief become breath. Let it settle into your body like a soft light. You are not being tested. You are being kept. Your soul is safe, not just tolerated, not just managed, loved, held, protected, and free to rest. I see your soul, all of it, not just the part you show the world, not just the part you understand, every part, the joy and the sorrow, the confidence and the confusion, the calm and the chaos. Nothing is hidden from me. Nothing needs to be. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not have to translate your emotions. You do not have to apologize for the weight you carry. I see it, and I stay. That's what love does. It doesn't flinch. It doesn't turn away when things get complicated. It doesn't require performance or polish. It enters the mess. It honors the truth. It says, I will sit with you here, just as you are. Your soul has tried to be strong for so long. You've learned how to smile while holding back tears. You've learned how to manage the ache, how to distract yourself, how to keep moving. But now, here in the quiet, you feel it again, that ache beneath the surface, that longing to be fully seen and not rejected, fully known and still embraced. And that is exactly what I'm offering. I already know the things you're afraid to admit. I already see the pieces you try to hide. And my heart is not moving away. It's moving closer. I don't love a version of you. I love you. The full, honest, beautiful complexity of you. Not for your performance, not for your potential, just for you, for who you are, for who I made you to be. Let that truth soften your soul. You don't have to hold yourself at a distance anymore. You don't have to be on guard. Not with me. This space is safe. This moment is sacred. Let yourself be fully here, fully real, fully seen. I will not walk away. I have never walked away. Not when you doubted, not when you failed, not when you felt too broken. I was there. I am here. I will always be near. Let go of the voice that says you must clean up before you come close. You are already close. Let go of the voice that says you must hide your fear. I already see it, and I love you still. Let go of the voice that says your soul is too much. It's not. It's mine. I formed it. I understand it. I hold it with care. You can rest now, not because you figured everything out, but because I've already found you, and I'm not leaving. Your soul is safe here. Your story is safe here. Your silence is safe here. Everything in you that aches to be seen, let it come forward. It will be met with compassion, with kindness, with love. There is no version of you I would rather be with than the one right here, right now. Breathing in this moment, let that breath carry peace into your chest. Let that truth steady your heart. You are seen, you are known, and you are still completely, forever safe. You don't have to hide how tired you are. You don't have to pretend your thoughts are in order. You don't have to disguise the ache in your chest or the fog in your mind. I see it all, and I'm still here. I'm still reaching. I'm still holding space for your weariness. Your soul doesn't need to be polished to be welcomed. It doesn't need to be cheerful to be loved. You are not required to put the pieces back together before you rest in me. I am not after a picture-perfect version of you. I'm after your heart, your real heart, the one carrying tension and tenderness all at once. Let that heart come to me now. Let the defenses soften. Let the pressure ease. You are not too messy for me. You are not too much. You are not a burden to carry. You are my beloved, my child, my joy. I'm not asking you to feel better. I'm asking you to be honest. I'm not expecting strength. I'm offering shelter. This moment isn't about fixing anything. It's about surrender. Not dramatic surrender. Gentle surrender. Quiet. Real. The kind that says, here I am, just as I am. The kind that says, I don't have to hold it all anymore. That's the moment I've been waiting for. Not because I need you weak, but because I want you free. Free from performing. Free from carrying things alone. Free to let your soul rest. You've carried disappointment too long. Hoped quietly. Grieved silently. Wondered if anyone noticed. I noticed every sigh, every prayer without words. Every night you stared into the dark, trying to make peace with what didn't make sense. I was there. I'm still here, and I will not leave. You don't have to push through tonight. You don't have to make this moment productive. You can simply be held, be safe, be seen. Even the tangled parts of you are welcome. Even the parts that feel too complicated to explain. I already understand, and I don't need you to untangle them. I will sit with you inside them. I will wrap my arms around your chaos, not to rush it, not to change you, just to remind you your soul is safe, just like this, just as you are. Let that reminder become your breath. Let it move through your body like warmth. Let it quiet the shame. Let it still the striving. You don't have to be okay tonight. You only need to be honest. And honesty is holy here. This is sacred ground. This is where healing begins, not with fixing, but with presence, not with answers, but with love, not with perfection, but with peace. Peace that doesn't demand anything. Peace that simply says, I see you, I love you, I'm not going anywhere. Let yourself rest in that now. Your soul is tired, and that's okay. It is safe. It is seen. It is mine. I didn't come to inspect you. I came to stay with you. I didn't come to judge the state of your soul. I came to protect it, to guard what the world has worn thin, to hold what life has weathered. You may feel fragile tonight, worn, quiet, but I am not measuring your condition. I am meeting you in it. My presence is not an exam room. It's a shelter, a safe house, a place where your soul can finally breathe without being watched for weakness. I'm not looking at you with a checklist. I'm not disappointed by what I find. I'm not taking notes on where you fall short. I'm sitting with you. I'm covering you. I'm whispering truth into places that have long echoed with lies. Let those lies go now. The ones that say, you must do more to be loved. The ones that say your soul isn't worthy until it's healed. The ones that say, you're only safe when you're strong. None of them are from me. I never asked you to impress me. I never asked you to earn peace. I only asked you to come close. And now that you have peace, I am not analyzing. I am embracing. Your soul has not failed me. It is not behind. It is not too broken to be beautiful. It is beloved, deeply, completely, tenderly. Let that sink in. Let it touch the corners of your heart that still brace for correction. I'm not correcting you tonight. I'm comforting you. I'm not testing you. I'm tending to you. Like a gardener who knows when not to cut. Like a physician who knows when to simply sit beside the pain. Like a friend who knows when silence speaks more than words. I know what your soul needs, and right now, it doesn't need more effort. It needs more rest. It doesn't need performance. It needs presence. Let my presence meet you now, right where you are. There is no agenda, no checklist, no expectation for you to get it together. Just the soft invitation to be still. Just the open arms of a father who delights in your nearness. I will not use your weakness against you. I will not rush you through your healing. I will not press when what you need is peace. You can stop flinching now. You can stop expecting to be evaluated. You are not on trial. You are on holy ground. And holy ground is where grace speaks louder than guilt, where love outweighs shame, where your soul is held, not handled. I am not here to pick you apart. I am here to put you back together, gently, slowly, in ways that only love can. So breathe in that grace. Let it fill the cracks. Let it quiet the fear. Let it steady what's been shaking. You are not under scrutiny. You are under care. And in my care, your soul is safe. Your soul was never meant to fight alone. It was never created to be a warrior without rest. You've been strong for so long, brave in ways no one else sees. You've stood through storms, carried unspoken burdens, held yourself together when everything in you longed to fall apart. And I see that. I honor that. But I need you to know your soul is not a soldier tonight. It's a child who has permission to stop fighting, a child who is allowed to curl up and be held, a child who doesn't have to explain its tears to be embraced. You don't have to be brave right now. You just have to be honest. Your strength has carried you far. But now, let my arms carry you. Let yourself fall gently into me. There's no resistance here, no battle lines, no shields to keep up. Just my arms around your soul. Just my breath steady beside yours. Just the soft rhythm of peace replacing the rhythm of defense. You are not being weak. You are being human. You are being loved. Your soul has tried so hard to be the protector of your mind, your heart, your story. But that was never its job. That was mine. I am the protector. I am the defender. I am the one who watches while you sleep, who fights while you rest, who holds while you let go. So let go now. Let the weight slide from your shoulders. Let the armor fall to the floor. You will not need it tonight. Not here. Not with me. You are not in danger. You are not under attack. You are in my arms. And here, you are safe. You are still my child. No matter your age, no matter your history, no matter how much you think you should have it together by now. I have never stopped seeing you as mine. I have never stopped loving you with the tenderness of a father, and I never will. You don't have to earn that tenderness. It's yours. It's always been yours. So let yourself receive it now, not through effort, but through stillness. Let your soul soften into the truth. It's always needed. You don't have to be the strong one tonight. I am. You don't have to hold yourself up. I will. You don't have to figure it all out. I already have. Let your breath slow in response to that love. Let your chest rise and fall like a child at peace. You are not performing. You are resting. You are not proving. You are healing. And healing happens best when the soul finally feels safe enough to stop pretending. You are safe now. You are home. You are held. And that brave, beautiful soul of yours, it can rest now. It's time. Your soul is not drifting. It is not unguarded. It is held completely, lovingly, firmly in my hands, not loosely, not conditionally, not with hesitation, but with strength, with promise, with unwavering care. Nothing can snatch you away. No fear, no failure, no storm or sorrow, no past mistake, no future unknown. When I say your soul is mine, I mean forever. When I say it is safe, I mean completely. You may feel vulnerable, but you are not in danger. You may feel small, but you are not lost. You may feel uncertain, but you are not alone. You are secure, not in your grip on me, but in my grip on you. And my grip does not slip. I have never dropped a soul I've held, and I will not start with you. Let that truth hold you now. Let it reach into the places that still brace for loss. Let it wrap around the memories that taught you to guard your heart too tightly. You do not have to guard your soul from me. I am its guard, its shield, its safe place. There is no enemy stronger than my hands, no darkness greater than my light, no confusion deeper than my love. You are not surviving this night on your own. You are being sustained, carried, kept, even as you sleep, especially as you sleep, because rest is an act of trust. And I honor that trust. I surround it. I protect it. I strengthen it. You may not feel me always, but I never move. I never waver. I never forget what I hold. You are remembered. You are known. And you are secure. So let your mind release its grip. Let your breath follow mine. Let your body fall heavier into rest, knowing that beneath every layer of exhaustion and emotion, you are still held, not symbolically, literally, spiritually, eternally. I hold what you cannot hold yourself. I carry what weighs too much. I protect what you've learned to guard alone. You don't have to do that anymore. I've taken over. Let that truth be your covering tonight. Let it be the blanket that wraps not just your body, but your heart. Let it silence the lie that says you are at risk. You are not. You are mine. And no one, no force, no voice, no fear can take you from me. My hands are not tired. My grip is not weakening. My promise is not fading. I will hold you as you sleep. I will keep your soul through the night. I will be here when you wake. Nothing changes that, not even you. So rest now, without fear, without resistance, without needing to prove anything. You are safe because you are held. Your weakness does not disqualify you. It does not reduce your worth. It does not make you less loved, less seen, or less wanted. I don't flinch at your limits. I don't turn away from your tiredness. I draw near to it. I move toward the places where you feel most fragile. That's where my presence settles deepest. That's where my grace is most alive. You don't have to hide what's hard for you. I already know, and I'm not disappointed. I'm not surprised. I'm not waiting for you to get stronger before I fully love you. I already love you. Now, in this moment, as you are, with your hands open, your heart worn, your soul tender, I am here for all of it. I'm not collecting your victories. I'm sitting with your vulnerability. I'm not impressed by performance. I'm moved by honesty. Let your weakness be what it is. Let it be a doorway, not a barrier. Let it become the place where you stop striving and start receiving. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, not eventually, not theoretically, right now. This is the perfect place for me to work, not because you've run out of options, but because you've run into me. You can stop trying to hold yourself together. I will hold you now, not just your body, your soul, the part of you that wonders if it's too late, the part that's tired of pretending, the part that aches to be loved without condition. All of that is mine. All of that is welcome. All of that is precious to me. Your weakness does not shrink your worth. It magnifies my mercy. It invites my tenderness. It opens the door to real rest. The kind that doesn't come from getting it right, but from giving it up. Giving up the pressure, giving up the noise, giving up the lie that you must be unbreakable to be safe. You don't. You never did. I never asked you to be a rock. I asked you to build on me. I am the rock. I am the strength. I am the constant when everything else shifts. So rest in that now. Let the weight of trying lift off your shoulders. Let the effort to prove settle into stillness. You are not failing. You are being found. Found by the one who sees every layer and stays anyway. Found by the one who calls you precious, not when you're strong, but when you're soft enough to receive. This is your invitation to stop resisting and let yourself be loved. In the middle of the mess, in the depth of the weakness, in the truth of your humanity, that's where I meet you. That's where I hold you. That's where your soul remembers. It is safe, not because it has to be perfect, but because I already am. There are places in your soul even you don't know how to enter. Rooms you've closed, wounds you've covered, feelings you've stored in silence because they were too tender to touch, too confusing to explain. And I know them all. Oh. Not as a stranger stumbling through your story, but as the one who's walked every hallway of your heart with you. The pain that lingers without words. I've felt it with you. The memories that still tighten your chest. I was there, and I never turned away, even when you didn't feel me, even when you questioned everything, even when the grief was too heavy to speak. I stayed, I listened, I wept with you. Because that's what love does. It doesn't avoid the hard places. It moves into them with tenderness, with patience, with the kind of care that never rushes. You don't have to explain the ache. You don't have to find the words. I already understand, and I'm not in a hurry to fix. I'm here to heal, gently, slowly, faithfully, the parts of your soul that still feel bruised. I'm not ashamed of them. I don't call them broken. I call them beloved. I don't treat them as problems. I treat them as sacred. Because they are. Because you are. Your soul is not too complex for me. It's not too heavy. It's not too far gone. I am not overwhelmed by your sadness. I'm not discouraged by your confusion. I simply want to be with you in it. Let me be. Let my presence rest inside the parts of you that feel unreachable. Let my voice speak where no one else has dared to. You don't need to open everything at once. I will wait. I will move gently. I will knock softly, because healing is not a performance. It's a process, and your soul is not on a timer. It's on a journey. One I'm walking with you. One I'm not rushing. You may not even know what you're feeling. That's okay. Let me carry the pieces you don't yet understand. Let me hold the grief that hasn't found a name. You don't have to be your own counselor tonight. You just have to be still. I will do the rest. I will sit with you in the silence. I will comfort you where no one else has reached. I will hold your soul like something precious, because it is, and I will not drop it. I will not abandon it. I will not grow tired of tending to it. Let your body rest, knowing that your soul is being cared for. Let your heart slow its questions, knowing that you are not alone inside them. Even the quietest parts of you are known, even the places you've long stopped visiting. I have never left. I have stayed. I have loved. And I still do. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not one of many. You are one to me. Singular, known, named, loved. I have never confused you with someone else, never overlooked your presence, never forgotten your face. You are not another voice in the noise. You are the sound I recognize, the cry I respond to, the soul I have chosen. Again and again, I know every nuance of your heart. I remember every moment that shaped you, even the ones no one else saw. I have counted your tears. I have collected your prayers. I have kept watch through the nights when you felt invisible. You were never invisible to me. Let that settle deep inside you. You are not one more soul trying to earn attention. You already have mine, fully, undivided, present. And I don't grow tired of you. I don't tune out. I don't turn away. Your soul is not one in a million to me. It is one, and I hold it close. You don't need to fight for space in my heart. You already live there. You don't need to prove your worth for me to stay. I've stayed from the start, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, mine. Let yourself believe that now, even if it feels too big, even if no one else has ever made you feel that seen. I do. I always have. I always will. You are not defined by how others see you or how you've seen yourself. You are defined by my knowing. And I know you as precious, as wanted, as chosen. That doesn't change when you're quiet. It doesn't change when you're low. It doesn't change when you're unsure how to pray. My love doesn't waver with your awareness. It holds steady through every season, through every breath, through every silence. You are remembered right now, in this stillness, in this moment, when you may wonder if anyone knows what you carry. I do, and I carry it with you. I don't just notice your soul. I keep it. I protect it. I hold it as something sacred. You are not easily replaced. You are not lightly held. You are held with intention, with devotion, with delight. I have never stopped calling your name. Even when you couldn't hear it, even when the noise drowned it out, I whispered still. I never stopped reaching. I never stopped loving, and I never will. Let that truth hold you now. Let it sink in deeper than doubt. Let it quiet the question. Do I matter? You do. You always have. You always will. To me. So sleep now. Not as someone forgotten, but as someone remembered. Not as someone overlooked, but as someone known. Not as one of many, but as mine. Your soul is not lost in the crowd. It is held in my hands. Even as you sleep, I remain. When your eyes close and your thoughts fade, I do not leave. I do not rest. I do not slumber. I watch over you with the same care, the same love, the same nearness. Your soul is not unguarded in the night. It is watched, protected, held. Sleep is not the absence of awareness. It is the presence of trust. And I honor that trust. I cover you while you lie still. I surround you in the dark. The quiet hours do not silence my voice. They amplify my presence. For when all else grows still, I remain steady. When your body releases control, I take hold. When your breath slows, I breathe peace over you. There is no danger here, no threat, no reason to keep watch alone. I am watching. I am near. I am enough. You are not forgotten in the stillness. You are remembered with tenderness. You are loved without interruption. You are guarded without condition. Every breath you take in sleep is cradled by my care. Every dream you enter is covered by my grace. Even the unconscious part of you is known to me, and I delight in keeping you through the night. You have permission to rest, not because the world is perfect, but because I am faithful. You have permission to let go, not because you have all the answers, but because I am trustworthy. Let your limbs grow heavier now. Let your thoughts dissolve. Let your worries pass like clouds beyond the edge of awareness. You do not need to carry anything. You do not need to be on alert. I am awake. I am aware, and I am with you. This is the safety of being mine, not only in the day, when you act and move and speak, but in the night, when you do nothing but rest. You are no less loved here. You are no less known. You are simply quieter. And in that quiet, I am loud with affection. I whisper peace over your heart. I speak comfort into your dreams. I sit at the edge of your stillness, watching over you as one watches a treasure. You are my treasure, and I do not sleep on what I value. So sleep, child. Sleep, knowing your soul is guarded. Sleep knowing you are seen. Even now, sleep knowing that what you let go of, I hold. What you release, I keep. What you fear, I cover. You are safe. In the deepest sense, in the quietest hour, in the stillness where your spirit floats free, I am there, and I am enough. Your soul is safe, always. That truth doesn't change with the time of day, the shifting of feelings, or the weight of circumstances. It holds steady, even now, especially now, as you lie here, quiet and still. Let that truth wrap around you like a final whisper before sleep. Your soul is safe, not because everything makes sense, not because fear will never return, but because I will never leave. You are not alone in the dark. You are not unguarded in the night. You are not forgotten in your silence. You are mine. I have called you by name. I have chosen you with full knowledge of your story. I have seen every moment, bright and broken, and I still say, you are loved, you are wanted, you are safe. Let your spirit breathe in those words. Let them become your lullaby. Let them be the anchor that steadies your rest. You don't have to keep watch. I am watching. You don't have to protect your soul. I already am. You don't have to be anything more than what you are right now. Tired, still, open. And in that place, I meet you. I do not need you to speak. I only need you to rest. Because when you rest in me, you are exactly where you belong. Nothing you carry is too much for me. Nothing you feel is too unfamiliar. Nothing in you can scare me away. I'm not measuring your peace. I'm giving you mine. I'm not testing your strength. I'm offering you rest. I'm not counting your efforts. I'm covering you in grace. You are surrounded by my goodness, by my mercy, by my love. Let your soul lie down now, not in fear, but in trust, not in trying, but in receiving, not in loneliness, but in belonging. You belong here, in this safety, in this softness, in this holy stillness. You are not drifting. You are resting. You are not overlooked. You are cradled, and the arms holding you will not fail. The love covering you will not fade. The presence surrounding you will not grow distant. You are safe, not just tonight, not just in this hour, but always, because I never change. My promises are not fragile. My care is not conditional. My love is not temporary. So sleep now, not as someone uncertain, but as someone kept, not as someone working for peace, but as someone found by it, not as someone hoping to be loved, but as someone already and forever loved. You are safe. Your soul is safe. Your story is safe. And the one holding you is faithful. So let go. Let it all go. Let yourself drift into the quiet, where peace carries you, where love surrounds you, where I remain, watching, guarding, staying. Your soul is safe, always. Now, sleep in peace, held by love. Your soul is safe. That truth doesn't fade now that the words have grown quiet. It deepens, it settles, it anchors you, even as your body softens into sleep. You do not need more explanations. You do not need more strength. You are already held, already kept, already home. What began as a whisper, your soul is safe with me, has become the very rhythm of your breath. It has woven its way into your body, your thoughts, your spirit. You are surrounded. You are not being dismissed into the dark. You are being cradled in light, the kind of light that doesn't disturb, but rests with you, the kind that stays. There's no need to get up, no need to move on. This moment is not an end. It's an arrival, a resting place, a room prepared for your soul to dwell without fear. So stay. Stay in this stillness, in this warmth, in this unforced grace. Let your breath move slowly. Let your body lie heavy. Let your soul stay soft. You are in no danger. You are in no rush. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Here, loved, kept, known. And if you feel yourself slipping into sleep now, let it come. Let it carry you deeper into what I've already given, deeper into peace, deeper into rest, deeper into me. These words you've heard were not just spoken to fill the night. They were spoken to fill you. to dwell inside you like soft light through windows, to line the walls of your inner life with truth and comfort and presence. My word is not a performance, it is a promise. It doesn't disappear when the voice grows still. It remains inside you, around you, beneath you. Let every verse be like oil to your soul. Let every whisper of grace stay lit like a candle in the quiet. You don't have to remember every line. You don't have to hold on to every thought. The word holds on to you. It abides. And as it abides, it works gently, faithfully, silently, even in sleep, especially in sleep. For sleep is not a break from my voice. It's a surrender to it. You are not disconnecting. You are being drawn deeper into stillness, into healing, into communion that asks nothing but your resting heart. The Word was with God. The Word was God. The Word is now in you, and it will not return empty. Sleep now, not as someone who's finished something, but as someone who's begun something holy. This is not the end of the story. This is the space between chapters, the breath between verses, the silence between heartbeats, where peace flows uninterrupted. Let yourself stay here. Let yourself drift, not away, but inward, toward the center where I dwell. You don't have to wake with answers. You only have to wake with me, and I will be here. When the sky grows light again, when the birds begin to sing, when your eyes open slow, and your heart stirs to life, I will still be here. And if your soul ever forgets, come back. Come back to this stillness. Come back to this breath. Come back to this quiet place where fear has no voice and love has no end. You may press play again. You may listen again. These words will wait. My presence will wait. My arms will always be open. For now, sleep in peace, in love, in me.